leach out a lot of damage later on in teamfight, because you're playing versus this Lycan, you're playing versus a Bloodseeker. They'll be running around constantly unless Treant is really on point with his disables together.
And winning this grand final.
It's the most important thing to winning this grand final is eating the cheese.
The cheese is of utmost importance, as some might say. They try to zone the Night Stalker out down here. He has 0 regen. Very greedy. But yeah, so this Morphling, last pick, obviously I predicted it because I predict all the heroes all the time.
This is true.
It is. Thank you for telling everybody the truth. If it gets like 2 or 3 items, I actually don't know how they really deal with him. He gets like a Manta, Lincoln's E-Blade or something. It's gonna be very scary for the Radiant team.
Right.
Mid lane should be a little difficult for the Razor, but it's a Razor. He should be okay with just spamming Plasma Field. And I like that they picked the Night Stalker into the Lycan. Usually, people say Lycan counters Night Stalker, but with that shard, with a 20 during the nighttime, you can actually just eat the Ancient Creep. 3 to 50 gold, and you make Lycan pretty much useless.
So you're hoping Collapse at that 20-minute mark gets himself into a shard.
Really?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's such a hard counter because you just completely ruin Lycan's game plan. Like, suddenly this Bane doesn't have to be afraid of a Lycan anymore. You just sleep the main hero, and 2 wolves alone can't kill you.
Right. Because that's one of the things that can sometimes be difficult for a Bane when you can get jumped on like that, where you can never really feel comfortable in a fight.
Yeah, for sure. Which is really what Tundra has to do. Like, this Lycan will have to kill both supports while Bloodseeker is focusing down the Razor. Like, it's a lot more complicated to play for the Tundra side, I'd say. Which is why I think Spirit is ultimately going to end up winning this game, because they're very good. And if they have an easier to execute lineup, high chance they're going to win.
Certainly have to see Collapse. He's going to get silenced. Nightmare is there from Maposhka. They'll keep Collapse safe for now. Skitter, who is had a last 4 games be 1 death kind of style.
He might be in trouble here. 2 more auto attacks. No, I can't get it. Needs a healing self though.
Yeah, I'll be given that, and Skitter will continue to control the lane a little bit.
Yeah, this lane is really hard for Night Stalker, unfortunately. Like, Bloodseeker is such a strong laner. Lags. Why the lagging, B-Cop?
You know, gotta get that better internet.
True.
Do we have a Wi-Fi sponsor?
No, but I could hook one up real quick.
I was gonna, you know, give a nice shout. I'm very good at the ad runs. You want me to make an ad? I could do it.
You can shout it to me.
Yeah, I could. This game is brought to you by Black Dota 2. Giving you all your anti-mage needs. Mm-hmm. Watch his stream.
Thank you for the subtle advertisement. I'm going to check. Oh, yeah. Instantly got plus 500 followers. Insane.
I do so well.
You do so well, Become. Good job.
Yeah.
I am impressed.
I'm good with my off-the-cuff ad reads, so if you guys need someone, I could do those off-the-cuff ad reads. As for the game, let's get back to the game. That's saying coming back into it. Yeah. How do you think it's going for both sides? Anything that really sticks out at you at the moment?
No, all lanes are going as expected, I'd say. The lanes are going to get a little bit rough now for the Night Stalker though. And Razor is actually currently at least someone winning mid lane. Which, honestly, like, this new Razor is so hard to predict how it's going to do in lane. Like, the traditional counters don't really counter him anymore, like this Quap and Lina, because this Plasma Field got this really big buff, which deals more damage. It's so much easier to last at the range group now with that, like so. And yeah, he's doing very well for himself.
Yeah, not only gets that range creep there, but also does a good chunk of damage onto the Lina too, right on the edge of that.
Yeah, and he's going to be a very vital part in that mid game to shut down the Bloodseeker.
Bottom lane just seems to skirmish back and forth, or at least not back and forth, more so just aimed at Team Spirit, and Collapse taking a lot of damage. He's soaked a lot up for the most part in this game. Yatro and chased for the moment, and Snaking in 33 trying to get a kill here. The Nature's Grass. Snaking's actually getting low, and we've got a pause.
Do the math. 40 base damage, 0.5 agi. Multiplier minimum. He is not dead.
Not dead? Are you sure?
Not
chat?
Yes.
1 in the chat if you think he's gonna die here. 2 in the chat if you think he survives.
I'm gonna say he's gonna live with 40 HP.
40. Okay.
Ish.
40
You can give me like plus 10, minus 10, right?
That's a big range when he's already got 95.
Okay, I say 5 then. Okay, give me a 5 range.
All right.
Minus 5 plus 5.
So 35 to 45.
Yeah.
All right, I can give you that.
Okay.
Don't move from the IO. We'll have to see what the answer ends up being. A couple of pauses early.
Stop DDoS, yeah.
Stop DDoSing.
Isn't it magical, Papa?
Those are never the words you want to hear when you get your first pause of a 5-game series.
Accusing the enemy of DDoS? Yeah, no. I'm sure they don't like that.
You need to get some more mantles of intelligence, that's for sure. You know?
I will eat the cheese.
And some more cheese. Couple of tips coming out. That's not going to stop the internet problems, though.
No.
Trading of shards, 50 each.
Hey, B-Cup.
Value? Yeah.
What kind of shoes does a ninja wear?
Oh, I think you've told this one before. During the DPC as well. I love that there's just saying G the entire time, by the way. 100 keeps saying that they're ready. What kind of shoes does a ninja wear? I have no idea.
Sneakers.
Alright. Fair enough.
Funny. That was funny. That was so funny, actually.
We'll see how chat reacts in about 5-minute delay.
The best jokes are the ones where you can laugh about them yourself.
Obviously.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a joke back. But my go-to is always just like, you know, never loved, only cringed.
You see, my IQ isn't even high enough to understand that. Like, I go for more like Twitch appeal. I go like 40k people watching, but no XD in chat.
If I see one more XD.
If I see one more XD, I will eat the cheese.
All right, I got you. Here's my go-to joke. I got it. If we're still paused here.
He said no. Collapse said no.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
No.
We're just gonna continue to eat the cheese.
Yeah. What's the cooldown on the global chat lines? 1 minute?
I think it's 1 minute.
But Fata can be very accurate with that. Yeah, every minute.
Eating the cheese. You think he's spamming it continually? While
I feel like Fata is like a... What's the word? A connoisseur. You know, like he doesn't press it once every minute exact.
He knows the cooldown. Snake King? I couldn't tell. He popped the salve. I wasn't sure if he got under 30. After all that time, I couldn't tell.
Did you click on him?
I was clicked on him. I just...
How did you not see the health then?
It happened so quickly.
Oh my god, I'm definitely right.
Producers are telling us that Black was right.
Yeah. Thank you.
There we go.
Did they actually say that?
Yeah, they did.
Okay, cool.
So we're back into the game. Moving on some more. Hopefully Spirit's internet troubles are no longer. We get into this one. Hopefully it evens out, because you don't want internet issues hurting you in a game, especially a grand final.
Yeah.
Better to get them out of the way early, though. Don't want someone disconnecting in a big fight. that could be very consequential. But right now, Tundra, they've got a 1k net worth lead. They're doing a good job overall. But Poshka getting body blocked by Fada, trying to save Skitter down towards bottom.
Oh, it's not even nighttime. Now it's nighttime. No mana though on the Night Stalker, so no real potential for pressure here. As soon as he gets mana though, the spot lane should become a whole lot harder for them. I mean, Poshka's actually going real aggro. Be careful here.
Very far forward.
He might be dead.
Yeah, he is in a lot of trouble with the blood right down. The right clicks in, the silence there, and the first blood in the hands of Skitter. He'll continue his streak of not dying and getting kills.
Rare mistake. Like, Poshka kind of just walked in. Like, he maybe thought they didn't have a healing self, and the bloodstick is really low, like sneaking a kill or so, but it completely backfired. And now bloodstick gets very rich. Very rich indeed.
Yeah, that is a very over-aggressive play, that's for sure, to make. Not thinking that they have a Sal. Fada will sacrifice himself to the tower.
Already up to a 1k lead though. Very good, because
they might get Skitter. Oh, right click, and they finally bring down Skitter for what feels like the first time in a long time.
Do you think Skitter was pressured by that? Like, all the people are like, oh, he didn't die for so long, good job.
No,
I don't want to die. And now that he died, he's back to God mode.
I'm not even sure you think about that much.
I can confirm you don't. You just never die.
Yeah, makes it easier to know you're never gonna die.
Oh, Razor haste, rotation bottom. Oh, he's dead again on Skitter.
Yeah, and he just TP'd back. This is gonna really kill his lane if he ends up dying again. His TP on cooldown for 60 more seconds, but they've got the cooldown break coming in from Fada. Plasma Field on the edge, as well as the Brain Sap. They'll get the kill on a Skitter. Now they'll look over at the rest. They've got the Sleep Out on a Snake King. Fada getting run down here by Toronto Tokyo. So 2 heroes dead on the side of Tundra. They TP in another. 9 comes in, and will at least it collapse. So it's a 2-for-1 trade that doesn't go over the top and fully downhill, but it does put Skitter in a bad spot.
Yep, Haste Rune Razor is a nightmare, especially if your TP's on cooldown, which obviously it was, as he just TP'd into the lane. But yeah, that's gonna set Skitter back quite a bit. He's now rotating back to the mid lane, and you really want to get up to this fast Maelstrom timing on Bloodseeker, because that's your acceleration item. If you don't get that quickly, like every minute you delay it, it's just that much more costly.
I want to say Skitter doesn't exactly feel safe coming over mid to farm. He's out leveled by quite a bit here by the Razor. We are going to go for the TP as the Blood Right comes in, the Splinter Blast damage as well, so we'll just TP away, and I would assume that they understand that he probably put a ward down there. 2-man stun, 9. Not a lot of mana to work with. Static Link, Snaking's here looking for the body block. And they've got the sweep onto this Io, so they're going to continue to chase 9, who's all by himself on the run. Plasma Field on the edge, 8 lands, avoids the LSA. Toronto Tokyo just needs 1 more strike to get this kill. Ooh, still not enough. Survives with 15 health, but has the Plasma Field to finally finish off this Lina.
Alright, this Razor, middle, you know. Some people were perhaps doubtful, but he's putting on the moves. Like, he killed the Bloodseeker, he killed the Lina. He's making so much happen on the map. With a hero that's historically not as active. That 1 Haste Rune, of course, helping out a lot. Bottom lane abandoned, tower almost down. And Morphling, top of the net worth.
There's a big issue here for Tundra at the moment. They're up in net worth, but you've got Morphling, who's really free farming away, having these stacks over in the jungle. And then on top of that, you've got Toronto Tokyo, who is zooming pretty quick from Toronto back to Tokyo and back again.
Yeah.
Getting these kills all over the map.
It's classic move, it's how you want TI. Also, I'm really hoping that the Morphling is not gonna go for Manta after the Lincolns, just because it's way too defensive. Same reason why Medusa, Manta Lincolns is just so, like, I'm just gonna call it bad because I think it is. You just have no damage, no offensive capabilities at all. So what does he have queued up? E-Blade, I love that. Like, you got 1 defensive item, but then it's time to deal damage.
Right.
E-Blade, perfect item for that.
how long is it going to be until he's ready with that? So he's going into the early Lincolns, and you know, E-Blade isn't exactly a cheap purchase. Is there a timer on when he's going to be ready? And before you answer that, Toronto Tokyo going after Skitter, trying to get this kill, and he'll be on a killing spree. Snake King now getting run down, but oh, he had to relocate as he is a higher level than his own Bloodseeker. He will go right back over. He brings the with him. He took the Why did he bring the Lina?
He killed the Lina. Oh no, I know what he wanted to do. He wanted to instantly tether as he relocates back, but he tethered just a millisecond too early, so he brought him with him.
Oh, a bit of a misplay there, and well, it costs 2 more lives.
Yeah, it's actually such a big kill. Like Lina was not the richest, but still pretty rich, and like, just getting a kill for free like that is it's very, very big. All 3 cores of the Dire completely recovered and very farmed now suddenly.
They've got Miposhka ready here with the Fiend's Grip if they want to make a move with that. Meanwhile, mid getting chased again. It's just so easy for Toronto Tokyo to lay down the plasma field, slow them up, and really kind of stymie this chase. And remember, Miposhka is level 6. They are far forward. They've glyphed the tower. Plasma field out, and Skitter now making the rotation. Yaturo's here. Fiend's Grip coming through on a 33. They've got the Blood Right. That'll stop the Fiend's Grip eventually with the LSA hitting on Yaturo. They'll bring over Mira. He's not level 6 yet, so he doesn't have the ulti.
No stun, no stun.
And there's the Rupture, and, well, just TP out.
Yeah.
And Winter's Curse.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
I can always just say, man, you have no stuns. It's so hard to play Dota. This should have been a dead Razor right there.
At the end of the day, they don't even get much. They get the tier 1 tower, which opens up the map a little bit, but certainly if you have one more stun there, you probably lock down Toronto Tokyo at least.
Yeah, and he's actually going for the greedy Razor route, okay, which is the Maelstrom into BKB rather than just straight BKB. Together with the Morphling in the team, like he must be feeling really comfortable with his current position in the game, which you can't blame him for. Is he 3-0-3? Very farmed.
And looking really good at the moment.
I'm gonna give you some basic Dota, okay? Like, if you're really fast with the acceleration item, as like a Maelstrom, you can get away with it. You should always build it, because you're just gonna get to the item that much faster, right? So he obviously thinks that he's not gonna be having a rough game anytime soon. Which
this,
I hope for him it's gonna be the right call.
Does this mean on any hero?
On core heroes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't want you to build a Midas on a CM.
It would have been Ancient Apparition, but sure.
Is a great conductor.
I won't do it.
I got the ice right, so. No?
Halfway there.
It's because we spoke about ice cubes.
True, and crunching on them. Dire Heroes, by the way, all 3 of them leading the net worth. You've got the IO, who's got a decent amount of farm at the moment. Looking for that Holy Locket. So, you know, not too bad in terms of where the gold's at for Tundra. It's felt a bit iffy in the team play. They're trying to make a move over top, though.
That's very hard to kill a Morphling, though. I get in the tree, and he should be dead. Bye-bye. Or?
He's healing himself. Wow. And Rupture.
It's a lot of spells. They used one of them, but they used both.
Dire's top tower is
Seems like a bit of a lack of communication on that.
Yeah. They have Dark Ascension, and they're giving up the tower.
They've glyphed it, they've TP'd out. Miposhka, though, getting spotted by the spirits, and now Blood Right's down. They've used the ult on 33. Miposhka's run down. They're going to get the tier 1 tower, which we've talked about this time and time again with the Tree Protector. When you're able to slow the games down, slow these towers from being taken, it's a big positive. It did take them 14 minutes to get the mid tier 1 and the top tier 1. But still, as a Tree, you're always looking to extend that timer as long as you can, open up as much space as you can.
Yeah, it was still a fairly long time, as we have another pause this time from Tundra. But yeah, like 14 minutes is pretty late for the safe lane tower. But the mid tower of Tundra is still standing. They gotta get that down next nighttime, latest. Gotta secure that space for the Morphling.
What's Fonda doing? not too high on the net worth. He's level 7 though.
Radiant scan.
Yeah.
Eager to know Dire's
He's been eating a lot of cheese.
Not so fast.
Night Stalker pressuring the Bloodseeker on daytime always is a bit weird.
He's got the Echo Saber ready on collapse, and he's going into the BKB, then the blink, and presumably the Link
it's a good ward.
continues to do so.
Yeah, Bane's gonna feed here.
And Miposhka placed down a ward. He's got collapse over to the side, but 4 heroes coming through. Oh, Miposhka, decent job buying some time, but can't survive.
You let my cold wings
He might be
shadow me.
able to kill the Winter, but he's so tanky and he has a ward as well. They're not aware of this ward at all. They should be after this play from Tundra, but we'll see.
Nine and Snake King after the relocate came back towards top. We're looking to get potentially a kill here onto Mira. They've got Toronto, Tokyo nearby. Nine shows himself. And Nature's Grasp won't slow him enough to let this Razor go and jump.
Yeah, 300 is also pretty survivable. 1400 HP. And all these guys have so much HP.
That's strength gain.
Yeah.
And he's also got himself a fluffy hat, an extra 125.
And he's just occupying the top lane like forever. Which is really important because we all know creep wave represents what become?
Money. Gold.
Vision. But sure, gold and money and experience too.
Represents a couple things.
Yeah. I was fishing for the most advanced one. But it could be a good overgrowth up here. Setting up for it. Can he get it? No. Oh.
Dire should look to their top
9.
tower.
Ooh, Rupture. That'll get used. Collapse now. Force the TP out. The damage though. Oh gosh.
Well, you really need that shot. 4 minutes to go. He doesn't have it queued up yet.
Yeah, that's the only question now, is if he's even gonna go for it.
He might go just BKB into Shard. Right? Like, if you pick a Night Stalker into Lycan, like, that has to be the idea, right? Because otherwise it wouldn't make sense. We'll just pick any other offlaner.
Would assume so, but we'll see.
The Dire scan. On the hunt for
Got the
radiant.
scan. It's gonna be on Skitter.
They see him, but he sniffs it out, or does he? He doesn't.
And he went to the other side and didn't actually see the scan coming and couldn't sense it coming either. So Collapse will get credit for that kill. 9 and Snake King, they're over by the tower. Spirit won't jump for any more. They'll just take away the ancient creeps that are over here.
Cancelled.
Toronto, Tokyo.
Cancel, yeah.
And Brigand's play.
Morphling though is getting scarily big. Like, they don't have great answers. Once that E-Blade is up, look at Bloodseeker's health pool. He is literally going to die 100-0 from that shotgun alone.
He hasn't been touched, and he hasn't really gotten involved at all. He's 0-0 and 0-200 last hits. He's been focusing on the farm, and that's exactly what they need him to do. That's what they're opening the space up for.
Yeah, I really like the decision to not really join fights, because we spoke about it. You build the Lincolns not really to fight, but to farm. It's like your farming item, your survivability item, and then you build to damage afterwards, and then you join the fights. You kill a hero too, you go for Roshan. That's your snowball play.
Money to burn.
So 3K lead right now for Team Spirit.
Where's the shot?
And not queued up. Picking up the neutral of the Brigand blade though, so that extra damage and attack speed.
Is it Brigand? I thought it was a Brigand.
I don't know. I feel like Brigand.
You're sounding like a French person now.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Le blade of Brigand.
I'll take it.
Oui.
Tower is in danger.
BKB finished up on Razor already. Like, they're just also rich. Like, they all built these acceleration items and they're just getting away with it.
Now he's got the shard queued up.
He has it.
Yeah.
Queued up. Nice. That's my boy. Not actually my boy, but you know.
In a row.
I'm sure we could be good
Tundra.
friends.
Yeah. Very friendly.
Yeah, they need to do this before they get all the items online on But they already... Oh,
Dark Ascension.
Scary one.
Grasp
Yes,
inside the
BKB.
gate with the BKB. Gonna try to go for this. Collapse! And the Aegis is picked up by Skitter. They do get the kill though for the Dire.
Structures are fortified.
It's something for Team Spirit, but they probably would have liked the Aegis.
Yeah, look at the map though. Bottom tower 500 HP. Mid tower took quite a beating as well. And that is not the timing anyway for Spirit, right? They're waiting for that E-Blade. That could be a grip. Yeah,
Yeah, Fiend's grip on a Fada. Naturo's gonna get the assist.
Not the kill.
Mapochka gets it. All is planned.
250 agi, not enough.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
This E-Blade timing is gonna be scary. Like now all they're gonna do is wait for that nighttime. You're gonna pull the trigger. And sure, your Bloodseeker has an Aegis, but look at his health pool really. Like 1540. No way.
Not looking too survivable.
And very close also to that shot that we spoke about. And the pesky Lycan creep is also just gonna be gone. You could potentially try to curse him, but no way he's gonna let it happen. Nah, he's too fast.
Go for the curse and then the relocate, looking for everything, but the waveform is there. They've got the Nightmare out onto the IO. Bloodright's not going to land.
No stun for 5.
Trying to help out and bring something over, but there's the E-Blade. Out on the Fada, they look over at Mapochka. He's TP is not successful. Fada will get credit for that kill. Snake King, though, he ends up dead over in the Dire jungle.
Dire are scanning for enemies.
Has to be careful he doesn't feed away the Ancient Creep, and it might just...
Radiant's middle tower is
Yeah,
under
so much damage from Razor coming in. Nature's Grasp, perhaps? It's a big kill if they can get it.
Gold
250.
goes to Toronto, Tokyo, yeah. Big gold for him, and he's going Gleipnir.
Yeah, it's a very good item. Like, they don't have the most amount of lockdown, so one Gleipnir is so good, especially against Lycan creeps. But you don't generally build into BKB on Lycan until very late. So everything is just hard stuck. Okay, so what do we have now? Shard online, E-Blade online, 2 BKBs online. I think it's go time.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
They've got the items to go here for the side of Team Spirit, up about 5,000. Fighting into the Aegis, though. They might take their time. There's 2.5 minutes still left on the Aegis. Do they wait for the timing, or do they feel strong enough to just go and fight right through it?
There's a slight window right now, which they probably don't know, that Bloodseeker doesn't have a BKB for a while, but yeah, you might also just not want to risk it and just wait until the Aegis is gone. You still have that Fiend's grip against the BKB at least, right?
Arctic Burn.
Oh, he's gone.
Oh, gosh. He's now up on
there,
the
though.
cliff and
Or not.
morphs into the IO. So, wise move to tether onto the low ground, get to the Bane, and on the other side of the fight, they've got Collapse as well. Toronto, Tokyo going after 33. He'll use that ult, but he ends up being silenced. Plasma Field, LSA doesn't land. They've used the Rupture on a Collapse, but they've got the demonstrated
found the timing.
Waveform onto the back lines, forcing 33 as well as 9 to really find the right positioning. They look for the overgrowth, but that's not it. They got it on the Seeker, but he ends up getting and relocated out. They look over at Mapochka, they get the kill on the Bane, they'll lose themselves. Fada, Bloodright not landing. Yatoro hit by the stun. The rest of the team needs to be careful about moving in, and there's the Laguna Blade that goes right into the Lincolns.
Yeah, well, at least they remember the timing we spoke about of no BKB. They caught just that. 300 away from it. Fight started just before you could get it. And sure, you do lose your Wyvern to your Bane to a good curse, but you kill the Wyvern twice.
So
Also,
brings them.
you start a Lycan, right? His creep instantly eaten. What did he do after? He had to run away.
Yeah. Runs with that ult, and there's nothing he can do with it.
How do you even play against this? I don't quite know myself, to be honest. Like, Nightstalker is such a hard counter to Lycan, because 70% of his damage doing ult really comes from the Ancient Creep, and it will just be eaten every fight. And if you don't eat it, that means it's not in the fight.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So Morph still farming up, not really being stopped at all.
Is under attack.
Yeah.
Money to burn.
He's going into the Scotty next. He's got himself enough for the point booster, so that leaves him about 2,000 gold away from the Scotty in full.
Is under attack.
but he's gonna take the 2-2 tower bottom, and it's gonna get even closer. This is a really big problem here for Tundra, who just really haven't found answers throughout the entirety of the game.
Yeah, slowly but steadily. Like, that's the Spirit we know, right? They get like a small lead, keep building on it, keep building on it. And now they're up to 8k already. Almost got it down on Morph. Magic. Because I heard magical, sorry. Nighttime in 5 seconds. I mean, it is quite magical, isn't it? This Team Spirit.
Yeah, their run's been super impressive, and so is Tundra's. Tundra's come through the entire lower bracket.
Found through 3.
They'll go after 33, and they've got the Fiend's Grip. Miposhka just ready with this one. He's taking a lot of damage here, but it's not going to matter once Collapse comes over and eats that creep. Easy 250.
It's so silly. Yeah, did you use it how many times? 4, 5, 6 times? And the money's back in already for the shot.
Yeah. Meanwhile, getting the kill on a Snake King.
Oh, Delina's almost at
9. Oh, Invis with the Shadow Blade does get out.
Invisibility is invincibility.
Overpowered.
Yes, that too. But we're looking for more quirky lines.
Invisibility is invincibility.
Also, Bane's night vision. He spotted Bloodseeker, but he couldn't see him. Is it gonna matter? Will it matter, Beacop? Oh my god, it's behind the tower. It's insane. He might get a nightmare here. Got him.
Yeah, but here comes the Lina with the Shadow Blade. Collapse is going to go for this. He's got the silence with the LSA as well as the Laguna Blade to get the trade. Miposhka goes down. Fado will fall. And there's the Blink Dagger for Collapse.
But you could argue that a Bane without Fiend's Grip is way less valuable than a Winter's Curse, right? So
yeah,
a good trade still. Finally getting that mid tower. Or are they?
Stun with the land.
That's a hard stun on a 550 movement speed hero.
Certainly not easy to hit, and they'll get the tier 1 mid.
Yeah, Morphling I think has hit critical mass at this point.
Has the Scotty ready to go.
Yeah, Bloodseeker, they need to get their hands on the next Roshan. He needs that shard against the Morphling. It's the only counter they have. Has Fata eaten any cheese lately? Can't remember.
Yeah, he hasn't eaten any cheese. He's not spamming the line as much when they're down 11,000 net worth.
Yeah.
And Tundra really need to make a move that'll bring him back into the game. It's 17 seconds potentially on Rosh respawning. As Collapse is here inside the pit. Maybe looking to make a jump.
Did Lycan not take an ancient creep anymore? He's just not using his helm, huh?
Is a great conductor.
It says it's on cooldown. Yeah,
oh, never mind.
He's got it.
Yeah, sorry, I think it was just... Well, he's just killing it. He doesn't want the ancient anymore.
He doesn't want to give up the gold. Ooh, top lane. Skitter just blown up like you said he would be.
Yeah, the BKB just a split second too late. The E-blade damage comes through with the Adaptive Strike and he just gets killed from full to 0. Ouch, it hurts.
That is unfortunate. 2,000 gold ripped, or 2,000 HP ripped through so quickly.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, now the Lycan also. He spent, what, 6k gold on his item?
Looking for this Winter Wyvern. Nature's Grass not going to land onto the Winter Wyvern, but collapses inside the base near the tier 3. They've got the Cold Embrace. They land the LSA as well as the Laguna onto Mira. Mira, Overgrowth on the 2. Now trying to run, but the BKB's been popped by Luna going over into the trees. Meanwhile, they've killed off 33. Toronto Tokyo gets the kill there. Fada ends up dropping a collapse, so beat down 3 heroes for 2 seconds longer until Skitter's back up, but 9 just gets blown up. Snake King will be next. Technically a team wipe here for Team Spirit, and they'll call GG on Tundra. A very easy first game for Team Spirit.
Yeah, it's you know, some teams might just stay in the game for a while longer and try to figure out what to do, but there's really no coming back from a deficit like this against a team like Spirit. The late game is way better. They have Razor, Night Stalker, and Morphling cores, which is really greedy, and they still won the early game with it.
Plus, he can't rotate and create a lot of space on mid, like he does with his Weavers and whatnot.
It's looking
Obviously
a little bit scary. Yeah, it's looking a little bit scary for Tundra. Will they crumble like one of Lizard's mum's tasty burek?
So any of these lanes really sticking out at you?
Well, the PA lane has to go very well. for the PA, because if the Doom just free farms like he has in that other series, then he will have that Aghanim is way too fast, and PA is in potentially a lot of trouble. So I think that is the most important lane for Spirit, actually.
Denied.
It's mid DK, as we see Pushka get lit up a little bit. We don't really see DK mid too often. This felt like a staple, one of those heroes that you'd fall back on. You know, I don't know what I really want to play in the matchup. DK, well, his passive's good enough where I can kind of just rely on that, feel comfortable in the lane, and get some sort of semblance of a farm where I don't exactly get destroyed in any matchup.
Yeah,
But-
I mean, he's gotten nerfed a little bit. Like his passive at least, like -1 HP region on all levels, I believe. -4 HP region even, like -1, -2, -3, -4. So it's actually quite a big nerf, but it's still a strong laner. It's still a very strong and easy hero to play, right? Dragonfall to push towers, point blank stun, very strong. I'm a big fan of it.
That was a big staple everywhere. It's one of those heroes in the Chinese region that I was just like, if the all in is doubt in the mid lane, you just go for the DK.
Yeah, it's just always solid, right? Has a nuke, has good right click, can scale late game. Got it all. Like the most cookie cutter Dota hero, probably.
Seems like it. Ooh, Spike Carapace not going to land, but the Impale does. Yatro getting a little aggressive on that one. A Stifling Dagger onto 33.
I can't have you know I will.
Has to be a little bit careful.
Yeah, it's really not an easy lane to kill on, actually.
Low again, Plasma Field is out. Mira in an interesting position to break this Aphotic Shield and look to get the kill, but he's inside the Sandstorm, and it will be Collapse who gets credit for the first blood.
He most certainly ate the cheese right there. Yeah, a little bit over aggressive. Was one of those fairy fights. And yeah, that first blood is very important for the Sand King. Means his Veil is going to come so much faster.
Isn't it magical?
My people
No real
died for nothing.
exceeding difference between these lanes at the moment in terms of CS. Meanwhile, you've got Mira who just kind of sacrifices himself to the tier 2 tower. No one's really pulling away, right?
Yeah, mid lane is looking a little scary right now, though. He's very low and he has no regen left. Oh, gotta ferry out something quickly.
It's all about the dragon's blood.
Yeah, he didn't skill level 2, surprisingly. Yeah, she only has 1 level into it right now.
And now he's gone level 4, puts the second level in Dragon Blood. So 1-1-2. Now hitting that 6 health regen, 6 armor.
Yeah.
But he certainly could use a little bit more.
Yeah,
bit more
especially
regen.
now that Quap comes back with a decent amount of mana. And the runes are about to spawn as well.
Is it worth it value-wise to just get a stun to get 1 deny? Like you're stunning Quap, using a decent chunk of mana, you get 1 deny. Maybe it misses another. Maybe 9 misses another CS, but is it entirely worth it?
Denied.
Yeah, definitely. Especially if it's a range creep. If it's a melee creep, it's somewhat debatable, I guess. But range creep, 100% worth it. Because you won't really be using that mana for anything else for a long time.
No go.
So water runes picked up on both sides by Tundra. Toronto, Tokyo still left without those runes, and not like he's holding onto a bottle anyway, but he's now gone 2nd level into the Breathe Fire at level 5.
Yeah, and still sitting very low all the time. Like, it's gonna bring in some more regen if he doesn't want to commit to the level 3 Dragon Blood.
Inkswell on Nefada, it's actually a lot of damage, down to about half health, looking to get the courier. Thinks about taking the step forward, but then thinks otherwise. Does Quap make the rotation to try and get this kill? No, he's not going to come top to maybe kill the Grimstroke.
He has a very good grip on the mid lane right now. I don't think he wants to give that up.
Meanwhile, Toronto, Tokyo trying to stack that camp over to the side to make sure that he can pick up a little bit more farm as he's fallen behind a little bit here in terms of CS. Only by 5. Nothing too crazy.
Yeah, Razor's game is actually pretty slow, surprisingly. Like he's over 500 net worth behind the Sand King right now.
Collapse to get that first blood, so he sits in a pretty decent position. Nightmare out onto the Nyx Assassin, looking to get this kill with the right clicks, but Snake King, we get the stick off, and now Miposhka, can he survive Fairy Fire? And well, gets the brain sap, survives a little bit longer, and will eventually go down to the tower.
Yeah, but Doom is having a fantastic lane. It's exactly what Tundra need. Not actually going into the fast Midas, but rather the face boots. And mid lane has to be so careful now. Sonic Wave is online. That health that you have right now will just disappear in a second.
Swell on Afada again. Would you prefer that he goes into the Midas after these phase boots? Like, is it something that's just a necessity coming into this game?
I mean, I kind of like what he did with the phase boots, because he can actually pressure the PA out of the lane. He has the armor aura from the Wildkin and the Ring of Protection. He's going to be sitting at, what, 14 armor on a Doom? That's massive. Like, he can actually pressure the PA now. So,
right.
Like, I always like it when teams prioritize aggression over just greediness. Oh, second top.
Yeah, Bro Strike
should be fine.
On a Fada, Stroke of Fate, slowing them both down. Skitter and Fada can't keep up with the SK.
Yeah. It's always better to gain more net worth by denying the enemy net worth, right? Is basically what I'm trying to say. Yeah, so aggression is the way to go.
Skitter's got this ult, but he doesn't have any mana left.
Oh, he might be dead here.
Veil, Burrow Strike, Ink Swell, all popping. They're looking for the high five. Collapse now has himself a second kill.
Yeah, Skitter had like a perfect series, the last two, but in this series in particular, he's getting tested, man. At 9 even TP top to try to kind of alleviate some pressure off him, but can't be found. Where he's using a new line? Must be a mistake.
That's one of the things too. You were talking about how 9 didn't really want to move over because he had a strong grasp on the lane. Now he's moved over. It gives DK a bit of an opening, and he's got just about as much net worth as 9 does.
Yeah, and he found the Ocean Heart, the perfect mid lane item. 10 HP region in the water. Good luck getting this guy out of the lane now.
Thinking about the epicenter, and Burrow Strike short on Skitter. Is it even going to matter? The Inkswell lands. They've got the silence onto the Razor. Fada's here with the Aphotic Shield, so making him a little bit more survivable. But there goes the Sandstorm. Now he's got the Static Link Collapse. Once he missed that Burrow Strike, this became a little bit dangerous, and Skitter doesn't want to commit inside the Sandstorm. So now Collapse has Burrow Strike. Plasma Field gets killed. Toronto Tokyo, though, will get the life of Skitter, and now move on over to Fada. Inkswell pops. It's Mira who gets credit for the kill. So 2 more up towards top. They do lose Collapse for it, but then otherwise 9 goes down and use that Sonic Wave. Got hit one by Snake King with the Impale, so he'll at least trade that out. But kills all over the map for both teams.
Yeah, I would say pretty even trade overall, but the big winner, the Doom, he is closing on a Midas, and he is at winning condition against the PA. So it's still okay, I think, for Tundra, what just happened. But the Razor, big problem. Like, his net worth is super low. He has no game right now.
Razor is in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, even Quap's game is kind of slowed down as well. They'll have to find a good fight soon.
We were just talking about how it was just about even in terms of mid lane net worth. But all of a sudden, Toronto Tokyo goes up towards top, and he's leading by a couple hundred gold over the Queen of Pain.
Yeah, gets a kill, gets a tower. It's a big net worth swing. I'm wondering if they are going to play around the Doom at all or not, because he's a very strong hero, probably the strongest hero they have right now. So
he is going to the Midas after the phase boots.
Yeah,
he's just about got it.
He's massive. I mean, a 10 Midas face is, and soaring too. That's big, very big.
Top of the net worth by a couple hundred.
Yeah, and it's only gonna get bigger once that Midas comes in.
Sentry there by Mira, cleaning up some Ob's vision.
Yeah,
9 taking a lot of damage here from Toronto Tokyo, who's got the Elder Dragon form back up.
Yeah.
Well, wondering whether or not 33 is going to move off the lane, especially after picking this Midas. He's got Doom available, and now Plasma field. Mira in some trouble. The static link is there. The ink swell pops, but it won't save his life.
Yeah, at least he denied the rune, but probably not worth his life. And yeah, Dragon Form committed mid lane. Has to be a bit careful though, there's a lot of heroes around. Even the Nyx level 6 as well, do they have a sentry? They don't right now. You could actually just get blown up.
If Fiend's Grip ready over bottom with Miposhka, collapse TP'd bottom to go into the trees. They're looking to get a kill here on a 33 who's keeping himself on the other side of the lane. Wisely so, kind of having his senses go off.
They're setting up on a catapult.
Snake King's got the Vendetta too, so he might be able to catch the vision that pops him out. And now sentry down, but collapse shows himself.
Yeah, very patient play by 33. No need to risk anything really. Like when you have this amount of net worth, they are definitely looking to kill you.
And they're bringing over 2 more heroes. Fada's gonna come through, and then they've also got 9. 9 comes into the Sandstorm. They don't get anything yet. The Shadow Strike on a Miposhka, but he blinked past them, and that may have botched them potentially getting these kills in this lane. But they brought all 5 heroes down towards bottom, and they want to go for this. But the silence, the Fiend's Grip, the Ink Swell, all on a 9. He gets stunned up. He's not in trouble. Mira's the one who ends up going down, and the epicenter misses, and so does the Burrow Strike. Another missed Burrow Strike by Collapse that probably misses out on a kill. They'll kill off Miposhka with the Sonic Wave and kill off Collapse. A bit of a misplay there by Spirit overall. And Tundra come out ahead on that engagement.
Yeah, like rare misplay by Collapse. He probably wanted to like... I think he jumped in without vision and just wanted to stun like the entire team or something, but could have definitely killed the quad there.
Toronto, Tokyo.
Not just playing. Got the haste.
Haste rune.
Yeah. At least a lot of space for PA, right?
Bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower.
Yeah, you could say that. Still needs to get to the Battle Fury.
Yeah. And mid tower, do they have TPs on Tundra? Most of them do, but they don't seem to be defending mid lane. Maybe we can get a cheeky deny.
Dire's middle tower is no more.
9. Look at that smoke.
Can I get anything out of that smoke?
Might be able to get a Nyx assassin. See him now, and
He's got Vendetta, but Burrow Strike sentries are down. Multiple sentries. They've got the vision. They'll get the kill.
yeah, making it look easy peasy. Doom though, his BKB is very close, just the recipe away.
Just looking to farm up that gold for the recipe. About 13.5 minutes in, and about 1,000 gold away from that Battle Fury here for the Phantom Assassin.
Yeah, I gotta say I'm a little bit surprised that they didn't ban out the Doom if they were going for that last pick PA, because it's really like the only offlaner that puts PA on a timer. And well, that's something they have to deal with now, but yeah, a little bit surprised by that.
What do you think, like what kind of timer is it putting on in terms of like minutes, or is it items more so?
Items, like you're probably still gonna see the normal build-up. Oh, Toronto, Tokyo, wow!
Invisibility.
Oh, nice impale dodge.
There is little hope for Dire's middle tower.
You still go for like this Shiva's blink, everything, right? But once you get into the Acceptor after that, it is near impossible to play PA. If you get doomed, you don't crit, you have no evasion. You do nothing basically.
So smoke used, 4 heroes smoked on the side of Spirit. They're gonna potentially look onto the high ground. Fada might break the smoke. He didn't move forward enough. And Snake King will be the one who breaks it this time. So they know that he's right there. The rest of the team, they back off. They don't break their smoke just yet. Only Toronto Tokyo does. There's 5 heroes towards the bottom end of this map for Tundra. Need to be careful on Spirit about how they move, as Tundra seem to be ready for this one and could probably have some reinforcements if they were to go in this bottom lane with both the Queen of Pain and Nyx Assassin there.
Yeah, space for the PA again though. Nyx invis for still like 3 seconds. No.
Battle Fury on the way to Yatoro.
Yeah, but Razor recovered nicely. He has his BKB and 500 gold. Doom almost has his... He already has his BKB, huh?
Yeah, it's going out.
He's so rich.
He is really climbing the net worth, and by climbing, I mean climbing his difference between him and the second person on the net worth list. And this is 2 BKBs, certainly a big timing for Tundra if they want to make a move.
Yeah, I think it's a very good time to make a move as well. Maybe after BKB of Razor. Carapace. No, he's down there.
Dust, Burrow Strike away, trying to find some distance. 33 going through the trees, pops the BKB early. Oh boy. That was an opportunity wasted by Tundra.
Yeah. It's the ping top, they want to catch the PA. TP out now.
And oh, 9!
Oh. Like, you know what he wanted to do, like push him into the Nexus as the ping, but just very slightly off, unfortunately.
The eardrums are safe for now.
Not ours, but PA's, yeah.
It's true.
Do you only hear a sound if you're in the wave? Because arguably it might have been louder, right?
No, behind the cone it wouldn't hurt as much.
But if you're right next to it, I guess, yeah.
It'd still hurt.
Yeah. It should do like damage around her, right?
No. the cone's enough. Stop. Don't give Ice Frog ideas.
Oh, careful there, careful there. Still waiting there, Doom is still waiting there. He's got the Bane back up though.
A couple of misplays by Tundra that kind of allows Spirit to have some time here, because they're not going to go in without the BKB available on the Doom, which comes back up, but they also don't have the Sonic Wave. So yeah, they can find maybe a pick-off, but it's not the full-fledged fight that maybe Tundra would have liked, and that gives Yatoro time to farm with this Battle Fury. He's almost into the Yasha.
Yeah, but at least all the cores of Tundra are also farming pretty decently. And also, you know, they needed to make a misplay because of what previously happened. Like Team Spirit made a big misplay as well. You want to have a good game, right? So you're gonna make an even amount of mistakes.
Right. Doom up at the 10k mark, but you can see he was about 2,000 ahead of where the next person was a couple of minutes ago. And you can see DK and Phantom Assassin, both Toronto, Tokyo, and Yatoro, climbing and catching up to this Doom.
Just what I've been waiting for.
Question is, how quickly can the PA catch up? And how quickly are we going to see Yatoro maybe even look to fight? He's waiting on that Manta, and then he's going into the Lincolns next to keep himself a little bit safe from the Doom.
Radiant are scanning for enemies.
Yeah, it's also decent against the static link of the Razor. It blocks that as well. There's a pretty good Lincoln's item. It's just a question whether he has enough damage in his team.
This should make my life easier.
Oh, bot lane, Razor.
Bottom lane with the double ink swell. They've got themselves the ulti from the Grimstroke. Collapse, though, he's going to leave with the BKB being popped here by the Razor.
That was decent-ish close. 400 HP, I guess not super close.
Worthy tribute.
Yeah, and DK just popping form of cooldown. Oh, Razor, that was so close.
Who just gave him the no ping?
Dire should look to their top tower.
Well, at least he did have the Abaddon behind him, right? So he's never really in any trouble there. And yeah, it looks like Spirit is just fine, farming away.
Dire's top
Farm.
is under attack.
Have they used the Doom yet? No.
Still off cooldown.
Dire are scanning for
Right now
used
it's
one
just
all game, right?
omnipresent. I don't think so. I think it's just been omnipresent this whole
Dire's
time.
bottom tower is under attack.
5 years top here from Spirit. We're gonna make a big play. Who's gonna get caught?
Dire should
Got all
look
5
to their
heroes.
bottom
Oh, they don't know.
33. There's the blink stun. Brutal strike to follow it up, and a quick kill on a 33 who is unable to get the BKB off.
Yeah, you could put up BK beat that. I guarantee it.
Radiant's courier has been slain in cold blood.
Yeah, that is unfortunate to not get the BKB. Oh, that was damage, almost enough.
Yeah.
And they're in a row.
Just going into the pit. Yeah.
They're gonna try and make this happen.
Yeah, most farms zero down for a long time. Should be a freebie.
So should be Aegis going into their hands. You do see some of Tundra starting to converge over in their jungle, but the question is whether or not they're going to be in time. They'll go to the Vendetta. 9 coming over. They're going to need to get in quick. Dust used early. There's the Aegis onto the ground. They'll get it for Yatoro. The BKB is going to be popped here by Toronto Tokyo. Skidder looking to move over and in. He's got his BKB hit by a stifling dagger, and that will stifle his advancement.
Whenever you see that crit, all the blood coming out, you're like, ah! I better not go. Always Manta done now on PA, so he's at least reasonably farmed. But yeah, the Doom is still the big one. After that Shivas, really looking at his Aghalim's timing. One steps up, PA.
Oh, wow.
Are they smoking up? They are.
Yeah, they're 5-man smoke. They're still looking to fight this.
Yeah, if they catch the supports from the behind, oh, they're going the other way. No, that would have been such a good fight for them. Would have been perfect for them.
Is under attack.
Like both supports were so exposed behind this tree line.
They can still come back up.
We push ourselves though.
Nightmare surviving, potentially an epicenter from collapse. He's got the Inkswell on him, looking for a target. There's the Burrow Strike into the Nyx Assassin with the BKB being popped by 33. They've got the Dust Inferno Blade, and you kind of played yourself there, Collapse, and he ends up going down to Snake King. The entire team for Tundra was there. Inferno Blade in time on Amira. It will catch this Grimstroke and get themselves two. BKB by Skidder.
Oh, he can't
Plasma
find
Field
him.
doesn't land, and the Bushka TPs. No! Just in the last second.
How did he get vision there? The Plasma Field was not there.
I thought he got out.
That's some, like, entering hacker mode. Wait, DK is Invis there.
They know he doesn't have BKB, but who does he have to help? Meanwhile, they're going after Yatoro over bottom. He needs to be careful. Sonic Wave, Yatoro low. He still has this Aegis, so they're chasing to get the first life out of his hands, and they will. They've got the Static Link up top as well as the Doom onto the Dragon Knight, so two-pronged fights happening as they're going to have PA up again, and Yatoro won't be chased a second time.
Yeah, they don't have the damage without the Doom and the Razor there. But still, getting that Aegis out means that he has to farm much more passively now. And we haven't really seen a lot of Lincoln Spheres win games, have we?
Not really, but that's also with a bit of a different build-up, I guess.
Yeah, but it's like pretty defensive, right? Like Manta into Lincolns, that's always the build it goes back to, and I really gotta say, I don't dig it.
Yeah, maybe not the best build, but you still do have damage potentially with that crit, right?
Yeah, oh, Skita! No, he was. How did they see him? Everyone's hacking.
Oh, wow, they got him. Collapse gets the kill. They have the Nightmare out on a Snake King. Mira moving forward. There's the Soul Bind, double Fiend's Grip. But, oh, that's going to go away. They've got themselves the borrowed time. They'll start to run, and nobody here to follow this up from the side of Team Spirit. Both supports, though, pushing back the side of Tundra.
Yeah, how did they see the Razor in there? What?
Dire's top tower is under
What's
attack.
happening, Become?
Both teams have global vision. I don't know if you read this update, but...
Oh, the Fog of War is a concept no longer.
Yeah.
Top tower is under attack.
Yatoro going to try and take the top tier too. Does do some decent building damage here, and nobody rotating over to stop this, so kind of looks like it's a free tier 2.
Yeah, without Razor. Oh, as you said, that the whole Doom is dipping in.
Yeah, backdoor came up for a second. The Doom for 42 seconds.
Yeah, didn't give the tower up 100%, but like 90%. Still pretty scarily low.
It's just once I said something that they went top, I cursed it.
You ruined it.
The immediate reaction to me saying, nobody's protecting top.
It's really funny to see Toronto Tokyo just pop Dragon Form off cooldown, just farming with it.
He's going AC next, so he's already got the Hyperstone component of it.
Yeah, he's big, he's big. And PA finally overtook that Doom for the top 1 spot.
And that's not even with 33 having a lot of deaths. He's only died once in this game. So his farm with the Devour as well as the Midas, not enough to maintain his net worth lead over the Phantom Assassin that's been going around the map with the Battle Fury.
Yeah, but at least the Quap also found her way back into the game. So that's very good for them. I'm wondering if Doom is gonna go straight into the Axe Scepter or Shiva's first. Because you could just go Axe straight away.
Right now he's got the plate mail, which is always good.
Yeah, you need
Whether or not, well, yeah, whether or not you're gonna finish the Shiva's first or the Ags, I think just having that extra armor is a great feeling for you. So you have the component to go into the Shivas, you can make the decision on whether or not you want the Ags or to finish it. Does have that shard.
Yeah, it's so hard to call when they don't have anything queued up, because you're obviously not in their brain. But
Well, I think for the most part, we have the right to items in his mindset, right? You'd assume that that's what he wants to be going for.
yeah, but it's gonna make a big difference whether it's Axe first or after Shiva's, right?
Right.
And
I think
there's
that,
almost AC done now on the Dragon Knight as well, so
Is under attack.
more Mind's Armor.
he's just a plate mail away. Only a 3k lead. Like Tundra, they've made a couple of mistakes, but so have Spirit. I think they've left a lot on the table here for Spirit, where those early kills, especially the ones that they could have gotten with Collapse over bottom and in the top lane, might have allowed Tundra a bit more time and space in this game.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. But at this point, really, okay, finishing his Shiva's guard first. I still think I favor Dire quite a bit in late game. Like, they just have this really strong Tricore. But then again, you're playing against Bane Grimstroke. That is so scary as well.
Dire's bottom tower
Yeah, the double
is
Fiend's
under
Grip,
attack.
which hasn't exactly been the biggest problem for them, but certainly can be a problem later on.
Yeah, but then again, they have a Baron as well, right? Who is a pretty hard Bane counter.
Dire's bottom
So
tower
yeah, it's
is
just gonna
under
come down to who outplays who in a late game scenario, really.
And maybe a couple of lucky percentages on the crits for Yatoro.
It's not luck.
50% is not luck, it's skill.
Every 6th hit? Yep. And sometimes you get 2 in a row.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Or none.
Oh yeah, or 0. That's usually my go-to, is just get 0. Aether Lens now for the Grimstroke, so that'll allow him to sit a little bit further back in these fights. Both him and the Bane have the Aether Lens, so they don't exactly have to put themselves in a bit of a rough situation when it comes to positioning. The problem does become, do they find themselves trying to position so off the fight that someone like Snaking does find them, which was something that was possible in the fight if they took it up towards top.
Yeah, like they definitely need to disperse a little bit better, because positioning is so key. Like the supports are absolutely necessary.
Rosh comes in on the look after Fana, but he's got the borrowed time. The silence comes through, and the blinking from 9. That's going to get the silence on Amir with the BKB popping around the Queen of Fiend. They go after Yatoro. They're looking for the Doom. They've got themselves a Soul Mine on a 2. Now Yatoro gets out. The Lincolns ends up getting popped. They were looking for a way to pop that Lincolns. The blink away from Collapse. Plasma Field doesn't land. On the other side of the fight, though, they've got the Sleep as well as the Fiend's Grip. They'll get the kill on a Snake King as well as Fana. These heroes now need to TP out, and Tundra are out of there. They lose both their supports.
Yeah, they were way too tunnel visioned on trying to get the Doom on the PA. Like he pump faked the Doom 4 or 5 times. Wait, there's a really fast rotation bottom. They're looking at this Skida. He has refresher or BKB though. They use it at home.
Mail, the damage, the refresher, all the points. I think 1,300 on that last shot.
Yeah,
Oh man. They got to Doom up Yatoro, so he's in a little bit of trouble. They've got the Euros out on a Snake King, but it's not looking like they're going to be able to save themselves. The Phantom Assassin, 9 moving in, Burrow Strike onto 3, Toronto Tokyo now without the Elder Dragon form, but they have the Infernal Blade out on the Sand King. They have the stun through on the Doom. They'll take out 32, the blink in, that's with the shard. That's got the silence on a Toronto Tokyo as well as Collapse. They can't escape. They get the kill on a Collapse. They look over at Snake King, lands the Impale onto the Dragon Knight, and again, the silence onto Mira, trying to stop this Grimstroke from making anything happen, and with the Mistcoil, they'll end up killing off Mira. Toronto Tokyo pops the BKB, gets the Breeze Fire out on a Snake King to get the kill there onto the Nyx Assassin. Again, a blink with the silence. Maposhka trying to run against the Brain Sap, popping the borrowed time on Pada, but Maposhka dies to 9. 9 blinks over, looking for Toronto Tokyo, who's still without this Elder Dragon form for 10 seconds, but well, he ends up surviving and backing away.
Whew. That was back and forth snaking, at least bought back and died again. It's a good thing for Spirit, but yeah, like PA just a little bit too deep after that kill. Like he tried to take the tower as well, a little bit too greedy. What a Groon. Oh, popped it. And yeah, ends up paying the price for it. But still, like, you can see how fast Spirit is, right? Like they kill top, instant TP bottom, kill that Razor. And he needs armor badly on the Razor. Plate mail. Needs to come in right away. And it's actually in the Korea. Okay, nice.
Desperately needing that because you can see how much damage can happen so quickly there from Yatoro.
They're setting up top again. They want the Razor once more.
They know there's no Doom.
Yeah, but of course, he won't get caught out there.
The thing that Tundra did well, especially 9, I think really salvaged that fight. He was able to get on the supports, and this shard has proven to be very clutch for them. The silences are big, and when they find Miposhka, they'll have the impale, they'll get the kill. This is right by the Rosh pit if they want to make the move in, but they'll buy back on this Miposhka Bane, making sure that they don't get the confidence to go for that.
Yeah, also the Dire heroes are actually not that good at Roshan. Doom is on cooldown for only 10 more seconds. They have to be a little careful here. What about the Refresher? Also 10 seconds.
In the pit. They don't have a sentry to stop.
Wait, no way. There's such
I'm a little surprised.
It can't be happening.
By Carapace, Plasma Field, there's the impale. They're looking for this. They've got the BKB. Yatoro trying to survive with the Banter, but he ends up getting taken out. Snake King falls. It's a 1-for-1. They've got the duel on this Dragon Knight, but Toronto Tokyo is trying to fight with the Refresher being popped by Skitter. He's got the static link. They'll get the kill on the Toronto Tokyo. They'll also take out Miro. 3 heroes dead on the side of Team Spirit. The blink forward going for Miposhka, and one more shot from Skitter to get the kill. He's dead after buying back. Collapse can only hide in his Sandstorm. The Aegis is picked up by the Queen of Pain. This is all going Millhouse for Tundra right now as they even it back up, but they've got the epicenter as well as the Burrow Strike on 33. War stop, but he's in the Sandstorm. They'll get the kill. Collapse at least get something back. Skitter comes over with Fada. They just don't have the vision for this to go after the Sand King.
I cannot believe they had no sentry in the pit against the Nyx Assassin. What is that madness? It's like not putting a sentry there against the TA.
Regeneration.
But at least that means even the team like Spirit makes very basic mistakes, right? It's good news for everybody else.
They do bleed. The question is, will they bleed enough for it to make a difference?
I mean, that's a massive swing into the favor of Tundra. Massive, massive, massive. Sank is just sitting in the sandstorm for like the last 3-4 minutes. But a sentry down though.
Sentry down, looking for Collapse. Is the control there? Yule's up into the air. And eventually Soulbind, but Mira now caught out of position. They've got the borrowed time. The plasma field comes out. Yatoro trying to make something happen. Stifling Dagger, the right hook's in on a Skitter. They might need to rethink this. Impale lands. They've got the static link onto the illusions. Yatoro blinks away. And we'll use that Phantom Strike to get some distance. They had the Nightmare onto 9. And he also used that Fiend's Grip. He did. And now they've got the Sonic Wave, which pushes Yatoro back into the hands of this Dire side. They've had the impale. They landed on the Yatoro. They get the kill on the Phantom Assassin. They buy back on Collapse as well as Miro. They've got the Shivas coming around the back. They're looking to get the kill on a Collapse. They'll end up losing Fada. Down goes Skitter to the Stroke of Fate coming through from Miro. And the BKB's been popped by 33. He's on the run, but there's the blink in with the silence. Queen of Pain made a little bit of forward.
Oh, he's going in.
Impale lands from Snake King. Gets the kill on a Miro. The insult pops, but there's only the first life down on the hands of this Queen of Pain. 9 needs to blink out. Can they land the Burrow Strike? Not in time. Epicenter committed. Burrow Strike short. Collapse again. Comes up short on this and is another ult wasted by this Sand King.
Yeah, things not going the way of Spirit here at all. Very well played by Tundra. Like the 9 is playing this team fight so well here. He's dealing so much damage, keeps jumping the supports. He still has his Aegis, so I don't really want to commit for him. But if they don't, the support is left to die. That's exactly what happened. Like support after support just died, he just went into the base. Nobody cared. Great Sonic Wave also to push Yatoro out of the base, to kill him off as well. And yeah, like he is the real carry of the team right now. Like Razor is just there as a little distraction. It's like, hit me guys. My crop is not that scary, I promise.
I have a refresher. I must be doing everything right.
But you can see what I mean with this item build on the PA, right? Like he feels very ineffective. Like he doesn't have a BKB, so basic stunts will always get through to him anyways, and the damage is very lacking. Like I really hate this Manta Lincoln's build.
And it feels very reliant on percentages. Has a basher, has the crit. Gotta hope that those percentages line up.
Yeah, it's another smoke movement, but Can't find anything. Also, something we didn't talk about, the Quap now has the double Lincolns. So stunning him is going to be so difficult.
God, he's already level 26. That's wild. Shiva's
Spot that
blinking
again.
on it again. They've got the silence. Mira in trouble. Mira dead. They're going to blink back on Toronto, Tokyo, but now Phantom Assassin stunned up and trying to run. Phantom Strike. They go the other way. They actually get juked for a second. Yatro has the Phantom Strike once more, but he has to be wise about where he's going to go to. And he goes to the creep wave, but the plasma field hits. He's silent, or not silent, he's slow for a second. Has the mantle with the Lotus Orb, gets away. There's the Sonic Wave to kill off Yatro. No, buyback, Maboshka drops too. 3 heroes dead without buyback. They've got the Yules out on a collapse, and collapse. Silence killed off and dead. Triple kill there for 9. Godlike. Can anybody kill him?
I mean, I think it's a mighty time to either address that Quap way better, like counter it directly, or just get it out of the game. Like every time 9 gets his hands on the hero, this is what it looks like. 13-1-10. Like, he's just destroying again. Now he's building into Bloodthorn. Once that's up, good luck playing PA.
Ooh, Toronto, Tokyo, Lincoln's popped.
Oh, he's a Lincoln's too. Ah! What's up with this item lately?
A lot of gold spent on defense.
Tower is under attack.
Which isn't even great defense, to be honest. One, like Shadow Strike, and it's pop.
Radiant's middle tower has
Even just a mist color or a mana burn will pop it too.
Shiva's jump in. Toronto, Tokyo. There's the Lincoln's popped, and they've got the Doom to get the kill. No way he gets out of this one. And with Mira stepping up again, he's dead too. Toronto, Tokyo's dead for 90 seconds. They've got PA up in 9. I guess it's a question of whether or not Tundra are going to push all the way through. They still have a tier 1 up in the top lane. But
Yeah.
long timers may just give them the confidence to finish this off.
middle barracks has fallen.
This might just be game. Like they're so far behind now against a superior late game lineup. Doom Refresher online. Yeah, I don't know what Spirit does at this point. They have no damage. DK has no damage. PA has no damage. They're too survivable.
7 seconds for collapse. Another minute without this DK. DK no gold for buyback, and now you've got the Bloodthorn on 9. He's level 27. The Lincoln's gets popped. He's also got that spell block.
Which is also popped right now.
Yeah, both are down for the moment, but I don't know if that's even going to matter.
Middle tower has
Both up.
And they're going to go for the throne. 8 seconds till they have Miro looking potentially for the epicenter. It's going to be the epicenter as well as the Burrow Strike coming through onto the Razor. Now Razor, Plasma Field, BKB's popped around the horn. They get the kill out of the bush. They'll take the base. Bean's not going to survive much longer after will go down collapse. So 2 heroes gone and GG is called. Tundra even a series up at 1. And a very well played comeback there by Tundra.
Yeah, very well played by Tundra indeed. I do think you gotta get rid of that 9 Quap. It's just too good. Even the 33 Doom as well. Like they're getting the.
With your own draft, Tundra forgot about the whole OD nukes lane. They have staring down at them. This OD might just have a free lane once again, right? And
Collapse
get this
OD.
fast
It's
meteor
very
hammer
scary.
and like take the tower, and then they can.
Your card and then it's paid.
Right.
And it just didn't work. I was like, damn, technology can be so nice or so annoying. What is your take on technology? You like it? You think it's annoying? You think it's good?
I like it when it works. Other than that, not sure.
Same. I think we have the same sentiment there.
Always seems to be beneficial when it does work. And going after this 3rd game here, well, we see a couple repeats. Got the Bane back in it, the Wraith King back in it. OD finally finds his way through. We've got Nyx Assassin once again. A lot of stable heroes inside these drafts, but then you've got some quirks like the Broodmother and then Sven coming out as well.
Yes, Sven has a quote-unquote Brood counter, but honestly, Sven against Brood is not as bad as it used to be, because you got the Silicon Bowler, which is like, how much? 40% miss chance on every attack Sven has, and yeah, it's not that simple anymore. Once Brood is 6, Sven still has to leave the lane.
It's also not the early spiders. You'd give up more gold or anything like that. It used to be the insatiable hunger That's as your ult and spawn spiderlings elsewhere. So you're not giving up as much gold anymore.
Yeah, mid lane should also be near impossible. Fada.
And Miposhka, both heroes getting low. Brain Sap, Mira in trouble. Back on top, Snake King low. Yatro gets first blood. 33 will get second blood. And Mira still survives. There was an impale that actually lands on Fada, stopping his salve, and he's out of regen.
HP's back to base. Okay, well, let's see if they can pressure Odie now with this, because he is now solo 1v2.
It's the TP out, and then now the long walk back, right?
Yeah. Let's look at mid lane. It's such a bully lane. It's very hard for Ember. I'm surprised he even has 7 CS, to be honest. 8 now.
Aposhka now trying to run from 33 as well as snaking once again. As the magic missile came out, as well as the wave of terror. Yatoro, though, doing some good damage on both these heroes. 4 stacks of the shadow poison onto 33. And the magic missile, now Stormhammer, 5 stacks, those pop. 33 getting really low, and they'll drop down another web. Yatoro doesn't have enough for another Stormhammer, and it's on cooldown anyway.
Yeah, really need level 3 for the level 2 shadow poison. Then it's really gonna hurt. Level 1 shadow poison is kind of like whatever, you know, like it hurts, but like the upgrade from level 1 and 2 is so huge.
Going for 24 to 36 damage, so 50% upgrade.
Yep. It's actually so costly, that spell, Shadow Poison. 45 mana per cast. You get like the full like damage is 225 mana. It's not cheap at all.
Quite a bit.
That's why I play him as a mid.
Shadow Demon?
Yeah. Oh, mid lane screen. Dude, he had 2 misses. It was so unlucky. Yeah, he had 2 misses. Unfortunate. He would have definitely been dead on Toronto Tokyo there.
Get some luck going his way, so he'll go to pick up the bounty rune, get 2 sips on that bottle. And ooh, Snake King getting low once again. 2 stacks in the shadow poison, magic missile, make it a 3rd. Miposhka's mana, he's got enough for 1 more shadow poison.
1 more means he might be dead.
If he can grab the 5th, pops the stick, gets the shadow poison, and then pops it for the kill. So that just comes off cooldown for the stick. He had 1 charge on it, 1 shot, 1 opportunity to get that kill on. And he does.
Yeah, Svendo getting harassed out of lane by Broodmother already. I just see you can't really contain Broodmother. This insatiable hunger is way too strong. Okay. What is suicide?
Yeah.
Gets a courier too. A little bit unfortunate that Snaking please run his face, but yeah, because now he got all that solo experience, almost level 4 on the bench.
Yeah, about halfway there, and well, now I guess you've got Miposhka coming back into the lane. Full health, full mana, level 2 in the shadow poison, and you're gonna land at least 2 when you've got the Stormhammer to follow it up. They've got the disruption, magic missile comes out from Snake King. You're gonna have to focus on this Brood, and Miposhka just eating the damage that's coming out from Snake King. They get a 5th, and he lands it. Oh, 30 health left on 33. Meanwhile, bottom, Fada, he's going to go down to collapse.
Yeah, combo's very deadly. Almost has a Meteor Hammer there. And the Shadow Demon damage is actually insane. As I said, level 3 onwards, there's nothing to laugh at. And now even Snaking, ooh.
Yeah, 2 Shadow Poison stacks missed, so that's just going to pop without really doing too much there to Venge. He doesn't really care about getting stunned, and he's standing his ground so far. Disruption. And more shadow poison, and he's got 1 more to throw, but he's 1 short of getting the ultimate shot on him, but he does end up getting the kill.
Yeah,
with the illusions.
So close. And Bane to Pete middle to refill that bottle. Who's gonna get lucky? Not 9. He will eat the cheese.
Now Fada grabbing that illusion rune and then puts the nightmare out onto Mira, and that allows him to go and swipe that bounty rune.
Yeah, Meteor Hammer now online on the Meteor Hammer. I mean, OD, sorry.
Obsidian Destroyer. Picking up that Meteor Hammer.
Exactly, that's what I wanted to say. And now it's time for Skeeter to say bye-bye. I didn't want to lane here anyway.
I wasn't having fun anyway.
Yeah, go away. Party pooper.
We've seen ODs do this before. They push the lane up, they get the meteor hammer down on the tower, and they try to press the lane as much as possible. And like you said, Skitter already gone. We've seen that too, where cores just have to leave the lane and hope that their jungle goes well and they don't get invaded too much.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to be invaded this game because Ember is taking a lot of damage. 2 levels behind the Razor already.
Yeah, Toronto Tokyo not exactly having the best time here in the mid lane, as he's continually being forced away and away.
Finally level 6 though, so I can make some plays happen at least. Yeah, through also farming jungle.
9, not a lot of mana working for him, but he goes after Mira, trying to get the kill on the remnant forward from Toronto Tokyo as he hits that 6 and kills off 9.
Yeah, the triple remnant. He's actually a little bit much for now. And he's pushing in the bot lane now, slowly but surely.
Sneaking. Messing with this Sven, Yatoro using that God Strength to farm up the jungle.
I think he might be dead here.
Back.
But Yatoro says, nah, you're not worth my time.
Yeah, doesn't have the mana for the Storm Hammer anyway, so does leave the Venge to survive and continues to farm the jungle post God Strength, at least for the moment. That kill for Toronto Tokyo really helps him kind of salvage a little bit of this lane.
Yeah, very important for him.
Invis picked up by Maposhka, so he takes away that rune up in the top area of the river and will start to head towards top, but I don't think there's anything they can do to stop 33. He's already got the tower and he really doesn't have much follow-up. There's the sentry, now the magic missile, and that'll allow him to take out the dire sentry right there. Looks for an obs ward with the wave, but won't find it.
What about the top tower though, B-Cup? Broodmother just ate it.
On to the next one.
Yeah, Fata bottom has to be a little careful. I think Odie could have just killed him there if he wanted to drop the hammer, but he says it's not worth it maybe for the Bane.
And meteor hammer on cooldown, I believe.
Yeah, well I meant the old hammer.
Ah, the sanities.
Yeah, we got double hammers, right? How's Broodmother looking? Completely free, going for the Orchid first. So strong against Ember Spirit and Odie.
That's what we saw in the first Brood game today.
Yeah. And I'm a little worried. Like this Brood might potentially push the pace to a point where this Odie and Sven will not feel comfortable at all with this game.
Do you think Collapse should be doing a little bit more with the Meteor Hammer? And he's pushing bottom, he's farming as best he can, but should he be fighting, or should the team look to fight, or is making space by getting this tower enough?
You gotta get this tower first before you move, I think. Fada is doing a very good job at defending it though. Or he's dragging the creep wave away. But obviously he has the ward on the next assassin, so he knows not to come forward. But does it anyway, because he's a Giga Chad.
Goes into the trees and now pops that clarity. Mira though, crossing the lane line, and well, Fada goes back towards the top end of the lane, where now he gets the nightmare onto this OD. Impale, as well as the mana burn. So now out of mana, but it won't matter. Collapse can't get anything from that. He was trying to maybe line up and hit this Bane. Instead throws the Meteor Hammer back onto the tower, as well as the creep wave.
Yeah, and now the ward position was given away by the tower. Such an agent sometimes.
There is little hope.
Broodmother converging on the mid tower. Honestly, Broodmother is just a more efficient OD at this point. Like, he just pushes much faster.
Dire's middle tower is under
And
attack.
I'm really relying on that Meteor Hammer or that cooldown, and they end up getting the tier 1 over mid. So that opens up the jungle for the Dire, and you saw Sven. Yatro's trying to farm inside the jungle and really try and bolster his farm, but instead now he's forced back into a lane and back into places on the map where he's not going to feel as comfortable.
Yeah, and look at the Broodmother. It's almost an orc completed. 600 gold. Ember Spirit has Maelstrom queued up, so it's no dispel in sight anytime soon.
Sentry placed down. Spike Carpet, Stormhammer coming through, 9 moves forward. They've got the saw coming up from
Oh, Yaturo's dead.
Fiend's Grip. Yaturo's gonna die very quickly. And they had everybody coming in to the side of Tundra, and they want to continue to go. Collapse, he's in some trouble. The Magic Missile comes out. They've got the Wraith Fire Blast to follow it up, so the stun lock's there. The damage, however, will follow up from 33 with that spawn Spiderling, so that's 2 and make it a 3rd with Mira falling to 9. Tundra full control of this game, and all the tier 1 tower is about to be gone on the side of Team Spirit.
Yeah, this pace is getting way too fast for Spirit. Like, Sven also uses God Strength, so he can't even farm the Ancients. At least not easily. The Ancients are blocked anyway by Fata. Like, Tundra is playing amazingly in this game 3 here.
They've really picked up some form. Starting with that second game, they've got themselves a little bit of momentum going. Winning this game would mean they're the first team to win 2 games in a series against Spirit since LGD. And then could potentially break that streak, but obviously for all the Tundra fans, I'll knock on some wood.
I don't know what that means.
It's anti-jinx kind of thing.
Oh, knocking on wood?
Yeah.
Alright. Never heard that before, but if you're saying it, BKL, I'll trust you. You're the most trustworthy person.
You should.
I know.
You didn't say that with much conviction, but I'll take it. Arcane Boots picked up here by the Shadow Demon. We'll see what Miposhka can do. He's now got that level 6, so they have the Demonic Purge. Yaturo, he is not feeling too strong or too comfortable in this game right.
Look at the spiders coming in, just blocking the camps. Oh, he lost his Orchid.
The big timing. It's end up being missed now.
It's gone for 2 minutes. Ay. That's it could have been a dead Ember or dead Odie right there. But now you can't do it.
And the run at you does stop for a little bit, for a minute and a half at least.
Well, it doesn't have to stop, but perhaps be less effective.
Yeah, what if
you still wanna? Yeah, you still wanna like really harass the Sven here.
Invisibility.
And 3-3 is really obnoxious with his Broodmother. He's just blocking all the camps all the time.
Just throwing these spiders out all over. Gonna have to call an exterminator for that. If you were the side of Team Spirit.
It is coming in again. They never stop. Oh, now they stop.
The Fiend's Grip now onto Mira, and that'll lead to another 33 kill. It doesn't need the Orchid to get a kill, but we'll have that boost up soon once he gets it off the courier in another minute.
Oh my god. He blocked the Ancients and the big cap again. They can't even do anything about it. Like, what do you do about this?
I guess Miposhka's trying to get some farm. That's worth like 50 gold, sure.
Yeah, Sven can't get his biggest resource because of spiders running in there. Damn. That's actually such a big deal.
He wants to get that Blink Dagger so he can get some mobility under his belt and really start to move in and potentially get a kill with the next God Strength. It's tough though when a lot of your map is being blocked by, honestly, amazing micro from 33.
Yeah, I want to see if he does it again. Where are the spiderlings?
There's looks like they're starting to spread out. That almost looks like it's command. Insert block camp command.
Oh my god, it's blocked again.
Oh. I sense a next patch, spiderlings now no longer block camp.
Did you see how they spread out too? That looked insane.
You ever see the movie 8-Legged Freaks?
Yes.
That's what this feels like. When they just kind of come over the mountainside and block all these camps.
Sure, except they're the size of a literal house.
Radiant have fortified their structures
that is true.
against attack.
Luckily, they're not trapdoor spiders.
Dude.
4 heroes bottom for Team Spirit.
Let's stop talking about spiders.
These all belong to me.
There's a Brood in the game. I don't know if that's possible.
Yeah, but she doesn't. Honestly, Brood looks like a very acceptable spider. You know what I mean? Like not spidery spider.
I don't know.
Especially
Frodo,
with this set.
I would agree with you.
Look at this set. It's like
This set gives very Guardian vibes from Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, exactly. Doesn't look like a very scary spider, right?
Depends what your definition of scary is. Things that can kill me, they're definitely scary. Yatro up in the top lane. He's got that Mask of Madness as well as the Echo Saber closing in on this Blink Dagger, but does go to use that God Strength. So I'll have to wait for that to be off cooldown, but he should be able to farm the Blink Dagger while he's got the God Strength up, and that'll give him the opportunity to maybe make a move with the next one. Toronto Tokyo, he is 2 levels behind 9 on this Razor.
Yeah, Ember Spirit doesn't really have a game at all, unfortunately. This is kind of what happens when you put it against Razor. It's such a tough lane. Oh, look at the Spider Party out of the ward spot there.
They're not one single spider though. I'm still yet to see that.
Yeah, only Old 11 did that.
Radiant should look to their bottom
Still,
tower.
33 sitting on the top of the network.
Yeah.
Going for that BKB. And they're invading the jungle, so Tundra's taking away the farm again from this Sven. Sven, he does pick up the Blink Dagger. He doesn't have God Strength for another minute. And Tundra, they're... Oh, Skitter thought about TPing out, but that'll be on cooldown. Now they are by Rosh, and they are by this top tier 2 if they want to make a push or go for an objective.
Scan, eager to know Dire's whereabouts.
Yeah, just looking around, I'm trying to see who I favor more in the late game. I think it's gonna be quite even. But the pace of this game is definitely going Tundra's way, obviously. Razor does have his BKB going to the Refresher next. Standard. Broodmother BKB. Yeah, and this Wraith King is also finishing his Blink Dagger, so...
Quite free game for him.
Yeah, looking to further increase the pace.
To be fair to Yatro, he's a higher level than Skitter.
Sure, but like you're supposed to be really far ahead of the Wraith King at this point, probably like 3k net worth or so. I just can't farm his Ancients. Well, now we can.
Mira getting taken out by 33, now dominating.
Makes it look easy.
Ooh, Bullet
Very,
too.
very
That's
easy.
always a good one.
Dire's top tower is
You a fan of Bullet?
Yeah, mostly for the region. Usually forget to use this active.
Dire should look to the top tower.
Bullet
Yo.
for both sides.
I don't know if you're with me here, but like the neutral item looks so insignificant. Like the icon is just so much smaller. I think they should make it bigger.
Where, on the HUD or in the game?
Yeah. Like look, there's so much space, right, on the HUD.
I guess. You could always make it a square that takes up the fill on from the corners right there to the TP.
Yeah, exactly. But like it's so small that you just think it's,
Top tower.
you know, it's just a passive item. But it's actually
in
an
a
active
rush.
item. Yeah, and it's pretty free. They can't fight it all on Spirit right now. It's a problem.
Dire's top
Like,
tower is
Ember
under
has no
attack.
Orchid counter. Odie has no Orchid counter. Even Sven has no BKB yet. Like, they need so many items to be ready to fight. Not happening anytime soon.
Has fallen to the Radiant.
Aegis for Tundra, and they continue to just feel
Tower is under
ultra comfortable in this lane.
Yeah, I'm a little scared for Spirit because
bottom tower is in
they
danger.
have stuns, but they don't really have like the superior team fight.
Ooh, Toronto Tokyo
Radiant's bottom
sent out of his
tower is
jungle,
under
out of his triangle.
Yeah. How do you fight into all these BKBs? You can't.
Radiant's bottom tower is in
And they're
Oh,
trying to buy their time as much as they can, and here come the massive TPs over bottom. They've got the Fiend's Grip available. There's Collapse with the Astro Imprisonment. They have Swap, I believe, ready to go, and that's going to be on Yatro. They should be able to get the kill onto the Sven. Nothing to stop that. Mira now on the run from the rest of the team, too, with the Blink Dagger. They'll catch up to a Wraith Fire Blast and get themselves a second, so Yatro tries to push the bottom tier 2, doesn't get the tower, and loses his life.
Yeah. I've seen Yatro die like this twice now. Like he has 2 deaths and both times he used God Strength and instantly dies. It such a feels bad, man, because like obviously you want to use it to farm faster or get some objective or something, but yeah, Tundra's really on top of it.
They're on top of the movements. They're on top of the map all over, really, and they've just made it really hard for Spirit to enact any plan.
Yeah, it's not gonna get easier. Like, they really need that BKB on the Sven, but even then, there's still a swap. There's Fiend's Grip. All the Razor spells go through it except Plasma Field. It's looking quite grim
Dire's
for
bottom tower is under
the
attack.
iChamps.
Which they use too. They use the Fiend's Grip. They use the swap, making sure that they can control Yatoro. He's the only one at this moment in time that they really need to focus, especially with that God Strength. Everybody else can, for the most part, be a +1, especially with the BKBs. They don't really feel too bothered, right? King 33, as well as Fada spotted. There's the Vendetta hit as well as the Impale. Spike Carapace, they've got the swap to save Fada. That puts Venge in a bit of a bad spot as the Orchid comes through on the Mira. Mira taking a little bit of damage from the Spiderlings. They've got the Plasma Field coming out. Toronto Tokyo needs to be careful. Collapse drops the Sanities, gets the kill on a Snake King, and now on the other side of the fight, they've got 9 as well as Skitter, ready to come down the steps and maybe cut off Spirit's escape. Again, Astral Imprisonment, 33, Sleight of Fist, Searing Chains. They've got the BKB available on this Broodmother, and that will be popped as they start to retreat. They only lose the Venge, but they do push Spirit to the brink in this bottom tier 2.
Yeah, they're poking at them, which is exactly how they need to play. Because like in a full-blown fight, if anything happens, they just get blown out. So very well played by the Ember, getting 2 shackles. Or 2 steering chains rather, and then if the Brood doesn't BKB that's done, he's just dead. He's gonna God Strength, he's gonna kill him. So, very necessary BKB. Good recognition also at 33, but the pressure's still on. 6k down, map steadily shrinking.
Yeah.
They only stopped the bleeding, they didn't actually gain any ground.
Yeah, they have been struggling to really stop the bleeding, and Tundra, death by 1,000 cuts towards Ember. Toronto Tokyo, Fiend's Grip, it's there. Toronto Tokyo dead on his screen pretty much already, and once that control is there, there's nothing he can do without any help, and it's a quick kill for Tundra.
Yeah, Dota is so easy to play when you have stuns, which I really like that they started picking them up in game 2 and now game 3 as well. Do you think they're gonna ban Broodmother next game?
With 2 good performances not only in this event but today, and it might be one of those bans that you have to make, and the question becomes, they picked it in the first phase, right? So does it become a first phase ban, opening up other things like the Spirit Breaker, like the IO?
Potentially, yeah. It's always a big question. Oh, I got stunned on the Razor, but no follow-up, obviously. Fake hype.
Is there a point where this game starts to turn for Spirit, or are they just not on their timings?
Let's see. So Sven definitely needs his BKB. He's so far away from it, though. Wow. Like, he needs his BKB as step 1, but even then, Razor can just freely link him with a double link now. He's a refresher op already on a Razor. He is so massive. Yeah, I don't know. They have to like somehow force the BKBs of Tundra by poking with the OD, with the Ember, and then find a good reinitiation after the BKBs are used. I don't see how they win a team fight with all resources available on both sides. Just not happening. Or maybe like a good bait, you know, and then get a defensive Astral going, something like that. Because they do have 2 very strong defensive supports / offlaner. Oh.
Right.
Yeah,
Sven going for the Daedalus, and ooh, actually BKB, yeah.
He needs that BKB. He can't fight without it.
He's got the BKB now as he disassembled the Echo Saber.
Yep.
And he's gonna build right back into it.
Yeah, it's just 2 value of an item. Sleep on Shadow Demon. Are they gonna sacrifice him?
Ooh.
Not yet.
Astral Imprisonment, can he disrupt himself? He's buying time, but he is still very dead.
Yeah. Deader than dead. And yeah, this is the story of the game. How do you leave base now as Spirit? 10k behind. You can't even split push with the BKB because they have Swap and Fiend's Grip. It's a very, very tough game for Spirit to win on this spot on.
Yeah.
They might even catch Collapse if he's not careful. Oh, he has no blink.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Looking for him.
Trying to escape. Blink available again, and he's free to leave.
It's weird to see Spirit in this position, right? We're used to it.
Yeah, I'd say so.
I think that's the only one game this tournament where Spirit looked like this, like unable to leave the base.
Yeah, it's the first time they're moving to someone else's plan. You know, they're kind of being corralled, they're being controlled. It's not Spirit playing out what they want to do.
Yeah, the Broodmother really made the draft hard. I'm very surprised they chose to pick Shadow Demon against it, to be honest. Like, I saw the draft go down, and they didn't really address the Brood too much. A 5-man smoke here, trying to make something happen. That was BKB Razor though.
Perfect. So the Fist Searing Chains looking for the Impale. After the Nightmare, it lands. They've got the Mana Burn, but there's the swap. A lot of damage being done here onto Mira already. Looking for the Remnant now. They'll try to chase. They've got the Wraith King, goes into the Vendetta. And well, they don't hit him with the Dust. They get the BKB popped as well as the Phoenix Rip on Yatro. They get the kill there. Skitter cuts him down from half health. They pop the Lincolns on the Ember while they're going in on the Miposhka in the base. Toronto Tokyo trying to fight. They get the kill on the Miposhka and they end up losing Fada. The Magic Missile comes through, but it's not even going to be needed with the damage coming in from Skitter. Down goes Mira. And while the only one left alive for now is Collapse, but once he gets out of this imprisonment, he'll be prisoned in a respawn time.
Not afraid of spiders, are you?
A lot of buybacks being expended by Team Spirit, and they get nothing out of it. A good retreat by Tundra.
Yeah, triple buyback and no cash. They're actually looking to go back in. There's no buyback.
Oh gosh, Toronto Tokyo, he's dead. That could potentially be it. They still have Sven up in 10 seconds.
It really depends on whether they just want to GG out or not. Like, winning from this point on is very, very challenging. Like, maybe 1% chance I'd give them.
Swap. And the spike carapace, but this is a big issue. And it looks like, yeah, he's going to be gone as well. Eventually, Skitter getting another kill as he has made it. So he is 6-0-4.
Well, they're holding on to the barracks at least, but look at that gold lead. 18k, Roshan is up.
Enemies. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And they're just gonna straight move to it because Broodmother is super good at killing it. Yeah, I think you either gotta pick heroes that are just like super good against Brood, or you just gotta ban it. Like scrap this OD idea unless Brood is banned.
Roshan has fallen to the radiant.
I mean, I kind of agree.
Haste.
It might be time to ban the Brood, but again, do you have the opportunity to ban the Brood? And what happened in the first fate? Oh, Yatoro, Nightmare, Fiend's Grip, and there's a refresher used by 9. It's going to be a very dead Yatoro very quickly. Collapse blinks away. They still get the Sven though.
Yeah, slight overcommitment with the refresher perhaps, but it's a core kill. It's gonna come off cooldown in no time, so better be safe than sorry. They still have a swap too. If they catch someone, no. Very cautious on Spirit side. Yeah, like I don't even know how you stop them from just taking this Rex. Is Ember Spirit Sleight of Fist spam enough? Probably not.
Doesn't look like it. Lincoln's popped, Remnant over to the side. They've still got the swap, a Remnant in between the tier 4s. They get the stun out on a Miposhka. He's there to try and get the save, and the Venge is in a little bit too far, but Snake King doesn't care because his life is worth nothing in the grand scheme of it when they get the mid-set of racks.
Yeah, actually the play was quite nice. It's just wasn't communicated properly, it looked like. Because it was supposed to be an Orchid swap play, but the Orchid wasn't pre-clicked, so...
Is a great conductor.
Ended up not resulting in a kill, because if they get the Ember there, they could potentially just end the game, right?
Yeah.
So I like the attempt, and yeah, it's not like they're losing map control or anything because of it, so... Low risk, high reward kind of play.
$24,000 net worth lead. Not looking like many answers here for the side of Team Spirit.
Yeah.
Tokyo trying to take out an obs. Slide comes in, but skitters through. 2 shots, Maposhka. A little double tap.
Yeah, but this is also the reason why a lot of people feel like Sven is very weak. I think his laning is just okay, and if he's ever behind the enemy course, he just feels so like worthless in comparison.
Dire's top tower has fallen. Dire's top barracks are
That's 2 sides gone.
barracks.
Yeah.
Dire's top barracks has fallen.
And I mean, what's your answer? They're coming for your 3rd side soon. You better have one.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant are scanning for enemies.
I don't know what's up with all the Lincolns.
Dire's
The
bottom
Razor bought the
tower
Lincolns
is
now as well
under
again for what even?
So strong already. Spike Carapace comes out. Follow that up with the Mana Burn and the 2-man Impale, but they've got the swap, so the save is there. The Sleight of Fist comes through. Silence, Refresher, and 9 just blowing up Mira. They'll go after Toronto, Tokyo. They have the Astro Imprisonment, but again, it's just extending the inevitable as 9 gets yet another kill. Demonic Purge not going to matter. 9 able to walk it off. There's nobody here from Team Spirit who can make a move in, and with that, they'll call GG, and Tundra now 1 game away from crowning themselves the champions.
There was 2 very one-sided games in a row for Tundra.
Yeah, they looked really clean in both games, and the Brood is a big issue. This Brood,
Everything they could have picked, like it just makes things a little bit awkward. Like a lot of things have to fall into place for them. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Team Tundra as well. Let's find out how this possibly the last game of the tournament is gonna go down.
5 DP, right? So this Tidehunter might actually have a pretty decent time after all.
That which transpires.
does it still serve up the same benefits? You're just looking to get that 6.
Yeah, I mean both heroes do, right? They just value more items and levels on the DP this game, which I can see.
Yeah.
Like it's very strong against the Tidehunter. And of course he's also going to be one of your main pushers bot lane. A little bit
Just
of
a
damage.
nightmare.
And a Gush.
Gush level 1. Starting to put some right clicks in on a skitter. He's got 2 more tangos to work with, but still 1 Gush, couple right clicks, not the best feeling in the world, and we'll see how that lane goes while Snake King and 33 are up top. So a Death Prophet Beastmaster dual lane up against the Tree and Razor combo.
Yeah, I mean DP in itself was a pretty strong laner, but like Razor, Treant, like they need level 3 on Beastmaster, and this lane should be an auto win. Like they have no heroes to really deal with the boss properly. So level 2 boar is gonna be 20% movement speed slow. Not sure what you do when your Team Spirit in this lane. Razor just can't play against it.
Seen Razors kind of go off, but now potentially dealing with a bit of a problem. A couple right clicks come through, but Snake King, he's got himself that Spirit Siphon on Mira.
Ours.
Yeah, but no big deal yet. How is mid lane looking? We've seen this matchup a couple of times, and sometimes it went Quap's way, and other times it went Ember's way. It's like really a skill matchup. Like, can you dodge a Shadow Strike with a slide? Can you use like your Flame Guard effectively? You know, how many lasers do you get? I love this kind of matchups where if you get outplayed, you just lose. It's not just an auto win lane. I hate auto win lanes.
It's heavy skill base,
Yeah.
which is always exciting to watch when you've got 2 heavily skilled players in the same lane. Shadow Strike comes into Toronto, Tokyo. Scream, and there's this
One more hit, he might die.
Toronto, Tokyo, though, still going to drop down to 9.
Look to their middle tower.
Okay, well that's a
Big win for
perfect
Tundra
start
there.
to make it a 3-1, yeah.
So picks up that water rune. If you really wanted to, could pick up the water rune over bottom as well. They've got the Nightmare on a skitter. Boosting beam, but a lot of damage onto this Luna. Couple right clicks coming through. Collapse not going to dive the tower, but they will get that salve out onto the Luna and keep him alive.
I have to admit, I don't quite like that choice of putting the Nyx bottom. Like, sure, you want to have the Nyx fight, but you can still put him top, right? He doesn't have to be down there. Because Luna and DP actually destroy Tidehunter on lane. And now instead you have a pressured Luna and a free farming Tidehunter.
Nyx Assassin also spending more gold on getting another salve, so expecting even more aggression to come through.
Ultimate sacrifice.
He will lose his courier to Mira, while Mira getting run down in some trouble. Also mid. They'll get the kill on Mira. They'll look over at Toronto Tokyo. The Shadow Strike forcing him away. So 9 really posturing himself into a good position in this mid lane.
Yeah, Ember Spirit is really sad right now. Does he have at least he has a bounty rune to go back to, but it's not looking good at all for Toronto Tokyo. 600 network behind at this point.
Impale lands, Miposhka now on the run, loosen beam from afar. Well, there's a courier to kill there while he puts the Nightmare onto the Nyx Assassin and pops a salve.
Misstep is the other's cunning play.
Yeah, we'll survive at least. There's 2 mangoes to work with as well. Well, they tried to go on snacking top, but he's a little bit too speedy on that 4 DP.
Right.
Once this Dominator comes out on the Beastmaster, it's going to be jungle city for Yatoro. You cannot lane there anymore. Or maybe he'll rotate bottom to lane against the Luna instead. But yeah, top lane will be a place he can no longer inhabit.
So back and forth they go over mid with a little bit of a level advantage right now for 9. Toronto Tokyo needs to be very careful.
He could hit a surprise 60 from the creep and wave him. Wave.
Oh, he's got it and will use it. Oh, almost slight to avoid it. Toronto Tokyo trying to line it up, but 9 still gets the kill. That's now a 2nd kill here for the Queen of Pain.
Yeah, you can't avoid it on just one target, unfortunately. I think you need at least 3, and it was never going to happen. Well played by 9, using that surprise factor. His force, and now he's 2 levels ahead of the Ember Spirit.
Middle tower is under attack.
No, this isn't the first time in the series we've seen Toronto Tokyo really struggle. They're going to try and go into Snake King again.
Yatoro!
Seed and the static link. Now Yatoro now getting back, but I can't really get past the Nature's Grasp. Cold Storm comes in and hits onto the Razor. Razor with the plasma field sewing up 33. They're still trying to go in on this. Spirit Siphon, Nature's Grasp, Snake King getting low. Leech Seed again, pops the stick, and it's trying to get a kill for Mira, but this is a bit of a struggle just to output the damage needed to do so.
Yeah. Didn't we see Mira on Treant in game 2 as well?
So.
Oh, they're going on 3-3 again, but they can't commit Yatoro too low. Like Mira doesn't seem like super comfortable on the hero from what I've seen so far.
It was the game with Collapse on the Sand King, right? That he played it?
I think so, yeah. Or was it the first game?
No, I think
I should remember. Too old.
I'm older than you. My memory's gone.
Well, yeah. You don't have to talk about that.
So, Fada comes over mid. You do finally have level 6 here on the Ember. But
saying hello. Wave up in 10 again.
Yeah, they might set up the pressure. Uses the remnant to get away.
And then he runs back in again.
And then, yeah, just to get stunned. And again, Sonic Wave up in a moment. Bring over Miposhka.
Structures are fortified. The diaglyph is now active.
How's Luna looking?
Fada really want to make a move. Luna's middle of the pack. They've got the Sonic Wave, and they'll get the kill. The Impale lands. Toronto Tokyo did a 3rd time.
Wow, maybe he expected Miposhka to like sleep him or something, but
Never
this
gets
Ember
it.
has no game. Treant TPing now middle as well. What? You can't kill the Quap, but you gotta defend the tower, I guess.
Still trying to get the kill on the Quap, and well, it looks like this tower is Tundra's to get. Fada a little bit low, so is 9, but they still jump in. They've got the Brain Sap right quick.
9.
The body blocks, now the Nightmare, and they'll finally take out this Queen of Pain. Sleight of Fist in as well as the Remnant to clean up Fada. If they could get Snake King, maybe this is a little bit of a salvage. Toronto Tokyo doesn't even want to chase for this. Focus on getting those last hits on the creeps. They do get 2 kills there.
That's the problem if you're feeling yourself too much. Like, giving away that streak was completely unnecessary because Bane is almost over 5 now suddenly. He had no game at all. He got 1.5 levels from this kill. And the fast Bane 6, we know how much damage I can do.
Yeah, I get the Fiend's Grip, and then all of a sudden you have that extra control with the Nightmare. 9, though, still leading this Ember by a lot. You could just see the damage 9's doing, forcing him all the way back to the tier 2.
I feel really bad for Toronto Tokyo. This could potentially be the last game of this tournament. And yeah, like it would leave a very sour note. Go out like this.
It's the question, if that were to happen, what would it feel like coming back into the GPC? I believe they're on break, though.
Yeah, on break until the next year, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah. So at least it doesn't affect you coming into, like, say, a play match day tomorrow or something like that.
Yeah, no, you're probably just gonna punch a pillow and you're gonna be good.
Fada spotted. Got Collapse coming over. They're gonna move to get this kill with Toronto Tokyo. There's the slight Spike Carapace, some body blocks, a gush, and eventually this should be a kill, and it will be.
Death become peace.
Yeah, giving it to Tokyo as well to get him back into the game a little bit. Squad is, yeah, she's gonna be a menace for sure. So
1,500 gold ahead.
Mm-hmm.
That's 2 kills in a row for Toronto Tokyo, though.
Yeah, and he's a DD bottled. He has all the tools to get back into it.
Has fallen. Double damage empowers me.
They have Primal Roar, and they just don't have Snake King with the Exorcism just yet. But the blink in from 9, looking to put the pressure on.
3 out of 6 though. There is an overgrowth available. And where is Yatro tipping to?
Mic test, 1, 2, 3.
Is it Mitar? Yeah, Mitar. Bug. I mean, yes, he is a bug, but I assume that's not what he means. Haha.
It's the quick jokes. You're always on
late. Late.
The later it gets, the more dad jokes come out, which is the best feeling. I'm always a big fan of some dad jokes. Still thinking about sneakers. 1K lead right now for Tundra. And they are pressuring and posturing on this top tier 1. Really want to make something happen here. They have the tools to do so. The question is, do they catch anybody within the trees? And Mira might be that one. It's over to the side and behind this team. He does have that overgrowth. There's a Nature's Grasp out onto the creeps. Blink from 9. Now the Spike Carapace. Mira needs to be careful. 9 will just TP over to the mid tier 1. And they'll get the tower without Exorcism, without really putting much into it in terms of, say, like an ult or something like that. They don't really have to pay much of a price to get it.
Yeah, the power of Beastmaster, the RS is really strong. Together with the Dominator as well. But they're posturing to get middle themselves on Team Spirit.
Oh, Otis found Mira. Get her here. Nature's Grasp. Overgrowth used to try and TP out, but the Spike Carapace from Fada inside the Nature's Grasp, and they'll still get this kill onto the Treant Protector.
DP Dome might be cut out here. Should be gone.
Oh boy. Running down Snake King, Crit Storm, and the Sonic Wave! They've got the Hex, and now in some trouble. It's a Hex from a pig pull of his own. So he tries to run away and will actually be able to succeed in getting away. The Ravage was used. Collapse tries to TP out the damage. Spirit Siphon as well as that Primal Roar. They'll take out Collapse, and the only one to lose something is the side of Team Spirit.
Yeah, they're gonna try to use this Bane Grip now to kill the Quap. Like, you don't want to have a Quap snowball like this. But then again, you have so many more problems too, like Luna free farming, and the East is getting scarily close to his Vladimir's already. They're just 1600 away from the helm of the Overlord. And once that's up, this time there's no Night Stalker. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, no Night Stalker to use that shard. Even if it was a Night Stalker, there'd still be 8 minutes until they were able to get a shard out.
Edged out.
Who gets the rune? Well, it's definitely gonna be 9. Yeah, nice. Yellow Rune, very good. Against the Overgrowth, against the Searing Chains.
I was getting
Currently have-
confused. Ooh, go for it.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
My thing was stupid. I was just gonna say I was
Same.
confused from Pigpole with the Hex. But there's no Hex. And then he's just
Yeah.
running away. He's got the Pigpole ready to go.
The Archer also gonna be confused because he used it before using his stick, which almost led to his death. Some of the neutral items can be big bait, honestly.
What other ones do you think are a bait?
Like Pigpole.
Okay.
Can be good, but you know, sometimes it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna use it, and suddenly you can't use your stick or your bottle or something. Like, ah, dang it, I forgot about that.
Dire are scanning for enemies.
BKB for Yatoro soon, and well, not really that soon.
Magical, Papa.
It's only got that Ogre Axe to work with, and then and almost enough gold for either the Mithril Hammer or the BKB.
Oh, he's having visions
Or
on
a
Fata.
recipe.
Oh my god.
And he's
Gotta
still
be
doing
careful
so
there.
much.
Yeah, but don't look behind you, B-Cop. Oof.
I looked. There's nobody there.
No, you didn't.
Production saw me look.
They didn't look at you. Look.
Plotted back into the game. G ready to go.
And he's eating cheese again.
I've never really had problems with like a bugging game or anything like that.
Illusion.
How much did they pay you to say that?
Not enough.
Oh, he just
Truthfully, I've
extra
never had
runs
it.
up? Okay.
Axel runs up, going in for Mira. Mira uses the Overgrowth. That's down on 3 of these heroes, but it's not going to keep them alive. They get the kill into the Tree Protector. They throw the Silence over onto Toronto Tokyo, and ooh, thinking about the Sonic Wave.
Love that sound.
The pre-Sonic Wave sound.
Yeah, especially with the Arcana, the whip.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I think we gotta have a segment and see if we can cause a whip to make a Sonic Wave, something similar.
I think I can make that happen.
Okay.
No, I just need the right equipment and the right team with me. Last time I checked, I can spin my hands at a speed of 150 spins per minute.
Toronto Tokyo trying to fight this Luna, but eventually will back off to the Remnant. Picks up the Maelstrom. So maybe his game picks up. He does have this Maelstrom, could get a little bit more farm. Despite the fact that like Spirit struggled in the beginning of this game, it's 8-3 with only about a 2,000 net worth lead, and it has jumped back and forth from 1K to 2K.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely stabilized in this game. I'm just a little bit worried that this Razor BKB they're working towards as their timing is... Like, it's a good item, don't get me wrong, but if you get Beastmaster Rod, and then there's Sonic Wave, there's Exorcism, Luna right clicks, it's not like a free ticket to just run in and deal damage. Not in this game. And they need a good Ravage as well, which right now they have no BKBs, I believe. But once they come out, obviously it's going to be a whole lot harder to hit a good one.
Isn't it magical, Papa?
They did have a decent Ravage
Blessings
in the
upon a
fight
loyal
over in the Radiant Jungle, but didn't really lead to anything other than a kill for Tundra.
Radiant should look to the
Yeah.
top tower.
Plus, they also don't have the biggest like follow-up on Ravage, right? There's like no OD ult, no like Quap Wave or anything crazy like that. It's like very subtle damage.
Are
Yeah,
scanning
at least in
for
the moment,
enemies.
it's just not enough. Interesting scan from the Radiant right on their tier 1 tower over bottom.
Yeah, maybe expecting a smoke play. Not sure. The Luna's actually opting to go for Manta instead of BKB. So that signals to me that they're trying to avoid team fights, even though the lineup is kind of structured to team fight.
Structures are fortified.
But we'll see if that decision backfires or not.
And to potentially get pickoffs and then push and have the ability to team fight. They do the Exorcism back up. Collapse is pretty far forward. They've got the stun. He does have Ravage if they want to use it, but the silence comes down on the mirror as well as Toronto Tokyo. So now Collapse trying to survive. Sonic Wave comes in. They get the kill on the Collapse. Overgrowth through onto 4. But again, no follow-up from Team Spirit. Mira trying to leave. And eventually he might get caught. He gets into the trees. Over on the other side of this fight, they look through onto Miposhka, who still with that siphon. Nightmares himself to scream from 9 to get the kill onto a second. It's a double kill for 9. Miposhka collapse. They both fall, and there goes Mira to Skitter. So 3 dead on Team Spirit again. And they get the Ravage. They don't even get the Ravage out, and that's due to the fact that you've got the Death Prophet, who silences up both the Ember and the Tree, and I believe stopping what they were looking for in a team fight, and then holding off on the Ravage.
Yeah, also just the wave deals modified 550 pure damage, so Titan actually just lost a third of his health instantly. Even if he wanted to Ravage, he just got blown up. And that's now an Aegis on the Luna, who's already snowballing. And yeah, things are gonna get quite rough from here. And this is a BKB on Yatoro, so not all things are terrible for them. But they're gonna get something going somehow, with like a Ravage or something. They're smoking up straight away.
Oh, Fada rubbing his hands together as a Philosopher's Stone drops for him on this Nyx Assassin.
DP's gonna take that, I'm sure. I hope. Maybe not, actually. DP's quite farmed.
Yeah, currently on Nyx's courier, he's kind of sitting far behind compared to this Death Prophet. Death Prophet going for a Lotus Orb.
Yeah, I like that. Just tank up. Same with the Force Staff, just to get your teammates away from the Razor. I would really like it if the Philosopher actually went to the DP though. He's so rich, they can easily transition into like a core this game.
Good for the Spike Carapace. Not
close
there for him.
Or the Arcane Rune Quap. Oh no. Oh no. It's the Razor.
Has that Sonic Wave up and available. Shadow Strike and going after Yatoro. They've got themselves the Lucent Beam. The heal comes out. They've got the Primal Roar. The BKB before that. Now they've got the ult from Mira. BKB's enough to keep Yatoro alive. No Station gets credit for the kill. They've used the Sonic Wave. 9 coming in around the side with that Arcane Rune. So he'll Tumbler Toy forward towards Miposhka, who gets hit by the silence from the Death Prophet. They'll keep on Miposhka, get this kill with the Scream, and 9 with another one now on a killing spree. Use the Exorcism to follow that up, and well, they'll push the tier 2 and potentially even go to the high ground.
And knowing Tundra, they like to play pretty safe, but maybe they will poke just to maybe force a reaction, but they're not gonna harm
time on the Exorcism. Yeah, they're just gonna
everybody
back off
keeping
towards
top. Yeah, I mean that's how Tundra likes to play. I like to really squeeze the map, make sure the enemy can't go anywhere, feel really uncomfortable about doing anything, and they have no raw, no exorcism. There's no need to really force anything at this point. Just wait for your cooldowns, do it all over again.
They do have Sonic Wave up in a moment thanks to the Arcane Rune, really helping them output that damage on the Queen of Pain in that last fight. Ember closing in on a BKB. They're still trying to get this Blink Ravage to make something happen. They're working against an Aegis that still has 2 minutes on it.
Yeah, and Quap is itemizing into her BKB as well. Once that's up, she is gonna be pretty much unkillable unless there's like a full duration grip.
We really want to catch the grips. Oh, Miposhka nightmared himself. Primal comes out, the right click damage coming in, and now they've got the overgrowth from Mira. Miposhka needs to be careful away from this golem. And they have the silence on it too to get the kill on a 33. The Sonic Wave comes out and just rips apart Miposhka. Can't say that pain feels good from the Queen of Pain.
Oh, the impale.
Ravage through on the 3. They look over now and get the kill on a Fada. They're going to look for more of the blink forward as well as the anchor smash, but running into 3 of these heroes may not be the wisest idea from Collapse. Skitter with the TP out, and the rest of the team is able to escape.
Yeah, still Exorcism available, which is a very strong tool of theirs. And actually, he's about to hit level 12, which is going to double up the ghosts, double up all the damage it deals. DP is so strong and just like passively dealing so much damage. A little bit underrated, like even as a core, I feel has a lot more potential than people like to give it credit for. Almost level 13 now.
Do you think it's just finding itself a little bit too far back in the line of who you want to pick in terms of heroes available?
Yeah, and it doesn't offer like the most utility, right? There's just a silence. It's pretty much it. Like no stun, no slow,
Rune of illusion.
but a ton of damage.
Pre-BKB, it's felt
He
like...
can top. He can top.
Oh,
The Ember.
Tower is under attack.
he's silenced.
Dire
They're gonna try and run. They have the Lucid Beam. They have the damage. A Remnant down to the low ground. Ooh, with a sliver of health. He's got no more bottle charges. He has Remnants to try and get away.
Swap is coming.
Fada trying to chase. Looking for the Shadow Strike. Uh-oh. On the run. The rest of his team doesn't even want to come with him. They land the Impale. That's because Miposhka's going down up at the top end of the map. This has turned into, it was everybody chasing Toronto Tokyo. Then they split off to get the kill into Miposhka. They'll take out both. They're looking now at Collapse. He's under the tower. There's nothing he can do. 3 heroes here. Spirit Siphon. Fada making a force. They're gonna look for Mira. Mira, Overgrowth. But that's just wasted because now he's dead as well. Impale comes through. There's nowhere for him to go.
No Hawk.
Tries to TP out, and they have the damage with the Sonic Wave. Another kill here for 9, who is now wicked sick. 10-1 and 3.
Dire's top tower is no more.
Yeah, 10-1 a scoreline. I think a lot of his co-op games are with a similar scoreline, if not even more. And now they're going high ground. They have no glyph. That's a ground rack.
Exorcism and the glaives.
They can even go middle.
Radiant's bottom
Yeah.
tower is under attack.
Beastmaster Luna
Dire's
DP, man. That's so much building damage.
Push it to the limits, and that's exactly what they're doing.
Nope. They're backing off.
Well, you know. I meant to the limits of pushing. And they made me look stupid.
It's okay. What happens?
You got the rest of this game? I'll just go.
I mean, we could also just leave the chat to watch it without us.
X amount of people happy about that.
Yeah.
So they 5-man smoke, 10k down. Spirit trying to make a move
And
here. but
unsmoked
look
already.
at where, yeah, look at where Fada is.
And he will eat the cheese twice because of that.
The Nyx Assassin being a spike in the side of Team Spirit. Not only in this game either.
Yeah.
Sentry down. They've got the Nightmare. Do they have the control? Beastmaster's coming over. And is he going to help out? Impale. Plasma Field. And eventually Fada goes down. But again, this is Fada dying. And we've talked about this earlier in the tournament. Fada's happy to tank the ganks.
Yeah, Fada's deaths are actually, in so many games, just very genius. As I said before, like his +5 play is insane.
Kindled.
It's so like sacrificial, you know. Like he does so many things right. There's something special about it. I can't quite put my finger on it, but like looking at a lot of other +5s, you don't get the same feeling.
Yeah. He certainly put himself in a position, especially with this Nyx Assassin, to make Spirit's game very difficult.
Yeah, and where's the comeback gonna come from? You're supposed to be ahead with this kind of lineup, not 9k behind. The enemy has Luna, a 4 DP that's scaling like mad.
Are scanning for enemies.
And the Luna now going into the BKB almost has the gold for it. You've got Queen of Pain with a full 9-second BKB ready to go. Fada again moving forward. Spike Carapace. Here comes 9. They've got the silence. There's the Impale. And oh, this time finally misses the Sonic Wave. Toronto Tokyo surviving.
Whoops. It happens. You know, after a ton of good plays, you're allowed a couple of bad plays.
Yeah.
No one's gonna judge you, except Twitch chat.
Yeah. Then you just remember when you see it in Twitch chat, my MMR is X time higher. Fine.
Yeah.
Not for me, but
Well, most Twitch viewers are 13k though. So,
true.
yeah. So you gotta be really careful what you say in regards of MMR.
Rosh up in a minute and a half. Tundra still taking over the Dire side of the map.
Yeah. Wait, Rosh, get shot on Luna, and probably end game with that. What's flying out there to the Luna? A whole BKB.
Yeah, so the whole BKB, 9 seconds for him and the Queen of Pain.
Yeah. What about Beast? Something flying out to him too?
Death Prophet's finishing off the Lotus Sword. Yeah.
Yeah, DP is so rich
Such
too.
a tough game. Tough game for Spirit. Great game for Tundra. Tundra potentially about to make it 3 in a row, break the streak of Team Spirit, 12 series in a row, and a BO5 nonetheless.
Yeah, I mean, who'd have thought it would go like this after game 1, right? Like, game 1 was so one-sided in Spirit's favor.
And Collapse, meanwhile, he's going for the refresher. About 700 gold away from that. We'll see if he gets the time again. Fada moving forward, trying to spot them out. They've got the help from this obs that is sighting all these heroes on Spirit. They're not really too safe.
Oh, the smoke again.
Yeah, smoke and broken. Fada, his positioning perfect.
And he's eating the cheese again, man. As soon as he's typeset, you know already.
Every single time they have come out and broken these smokes pretty early, not allowing Team Spirit to put themselves in a proper position to make something happen. The Illusions pushing Team Spirit back while they go for Rosh. Not super fast, but fast enough. And they will spot him do it with a slight.
Yeah, I'm going to fight though.
But the BKBs are ready. BKB, pop by Atro, pops the refresher. Now the double plasma field with the static link. They're going to go in with the Ravage with the BKB. It gets popped, dropped down into the Eclipse as well as the Sonic Wave. They get the Aegis into the hands of Collapse. They got it onto the Tiny. They have the damage. The final roll comes out on the Atro. They get the kill on this Razor. They'll take out Skitter, so no more Luna without no buyback. Snake King, 9 and 33 trying to stop these TPs, but they won't be able to do so. They've used the Exorcism. 9 trying to find themselves at least one more on Amira. 2 heroes down on the side of Spirit. They snatch the Aegis, get it out of the hands of Tundra, and they also take on the Luna.
Yeah, I think that it's pretty much the best case scenario for them. So we're played by Spirit there, but you can see even in a fight where everything goes their way, they're still hard pressed to even call it a victory, right? Like they're still like 2k more behind than they were previously, and the crop is still a menace. Beastmaster's still alive, so they might lose a Rex still, or at least a tower.
Let's see what they can do with this.
Oh, I'm gonna be careful though. Like you don't want to overstay if you're Tundra. Pawns a glyph. That's all they wanted to do. Now back off. Oh, it was like it looked so great, right? Nyx instantly dead, like double BKB Razor running into the pit.
Even with that, he doesn't survive. Yatro gets focused and he ends up dying. They've gone to these refreshers on 2 of their heroes. Collapse is about to have his, and you've got the standard one that's on the Razor. His BKB down to 6 seconds, and his courier also dead.
I didn't know a dive bomb can kill a courier.
More you know.
Yeah. I guess the bird wants to have air superiority, because he doesn't like any other air units around. This is my sky! Oh, you like my joke.
In danger. Yatro, he's got you on live feed.
Yeah. As soon as I said, he's like, ah! More pressed than Twitch
oh my
shot.
gosh. Not fun to deal with the dive bomber, that's for sure. And then he's also got that ancient black dragon throwing the fireball right on top of the Razor too. That Aegis steal though, is it enough to give Spirit the time? One lost fight and the push is just so great from Tundra.
It keeps him in the game at least. Like if that Luna had that Aegis and the shard, the game would be over at this point. So at least they kept themselves in the game, but now they actually need to win a fight.
Yeah. That fight, I guess, was also a win, but I guess a win is just a draw at this point for Spirit.
Yeah, like by win a fight, I really mean like the Razor has to live, get a lot of gold accumulated, because he is still quite far behind.
Have the shard on 9, and we have seen the impressive movements from this Queen of Pain with the shard before from 9, knowing where to go to hit these supports, to silence them up, make their lives difficult, and the positioning becomes that much more important here from the Bane as well as the Treant.
For sure. The biggest problem is also that the support is really poor on the side of Team Spirit, so they don't really have positional items other than the Aetherlands. Like Trian doesn't have a blink yet. There's no force staffs. It's gonna be very difficult to take the next fight. But if they win it, they can definitely take this game still.
Jesus. Death Prophet, 11,000 net worth.
Yeah, he's rich.
Snaking, man.
And level 18 too.
Has that level 3 in the exorcism. Maybe not what you were what anyone was expecting when you see a support Death Prophet, but so much farm, so much experience.
Someone pop BKB here?
It really is kind of crazy.
9 missed
And 9 popped the BKB.
Yeah. Happens.
On the cusp of winning this tournament, Tundra don't exactly want to put themselves in an awkward spot, but they definitely feel that they are in a good spot to finish this one off.
Yeah.
Dire's bottom tower is no more.
And he had a quick hitting charm anyway, so the BKB cooldown isn't as long. Like, sure, you wasted like the 8-second charge, but just wait for it. Go again. Invisibility. You're in no rush whatsoever.
Yeah, not at all. By the way, with that Philosopher's Stone also farming up the top creep wave, so he's off on his own, getting as much farm as he can, and both supports sit ahead of the supports on Spirit. You're trying to get the Blink Dagger on Mira so Mira can jump in and blink with the Overgrowth, and then maybe get that followed up by a Ravage. Meanwhile, Nullifier is being built for the Tidehunter. Secret Relic next, but that'll be a while.
Okay, so Invis, DP is running in. Careful. Like, DP cannot die early. She's very important for Tundra still. There's a lot of damage coming from her.
Death and gold are linked.
Do Tundra just fall back and, you know, not fall all the way back, obviously, and just play maybe a little bit more conservative and wait for the next Rosh? Because it kind of seems like that's what they're waiting for. It's just an Aegis to make sure that they can successfully push and take the tournament.
Yeah, I do think they want to take the T2 bottom though before that happens and just like completely assert the map dominance.
Right.
But they're way too strong for Spirit to fight outside, right? So, and they should also know that. They can get a surprise Ravage though. Like, this is really the only thing they can do to win the team fight. Double surprise Ravage, either the Quap or the Luna. Razor runs in with double Eye of the Storm and just bursts them down from full to 0. I don't think there's any other way for them.
So Exorcism gets them the 2-2 tower over bottom. That'll be the push that they wanted.
Yeah, and now they're just gonna wait for the Exorcism cooldown, and Roshan may respawn in a minute. Wait for the Rosh. See what upgrade they get too. Potentially a refresher shard for the Quap could be insane as well. Or even an Axe. Like Axe on the Nyx for free would be game winning.
Yeah, for sure. Speaking of Nyx Assassin, taking the outpost. For all you Tundra fans out there, I did just double check Kyle's Twitter, making sure he's not jinxing it at the moment. Hasn't said anything. He's got that cursed power, you know?
Yeah, well, I heard he has been purified. Yeah, no more curse.
Seen by the ancient Black Dragon. And they'll eventually take it out.
Very scary Black Dragon. Honestly, like the Black Dragon, like if you zoom in on him and his portrait, he looks really silly. I think it's a good way to put it.
So 18,000 net worth lead. Rosh gonna be 21 seconds, so a quick Rosh.
Yeah, but will they know? Are they expecting a fast Rosh B-Cup? And if they do, at what cost?
Top open, top. Not gonna push in with Toronto Tokyo here, so he'll push that out. They've got the refresher on Queen of Pain. Double BKB, double Sonic Wave. And now they have found Fada again. Spike Carapace, Nature's Grasp, Plasma Field, all coming through. They get a quick kill on the Nyx Assassin. Does have buyback.
Oh, the Cryptic Illusion.
Oh, you know, Collapse has a refresher. Yatoro has a refresher. Unfortunately, Miposhka does not. Dive Bomber, and Miposhka may not have a life either. Tries to TP out. Sonic Wave, right clicks in, TP's away. Okay.
That's one ult wasted. One ult gone.
It's the long con bait to get them to push in, thinking there's no Sonic Wave to refresh and go.
I'm sure they clicked on him. Like, they must know. There's no way they're gonna be surprised for that.
Dire's bottom tower is
The problem also is they can't take the Rosh themselves. They have no damage.
Yeah. So it's got to be a swipe.
Yeah. Just looking at the draft, like they need an Aghanims on the Razor to even be able to push buildings too. Like I didn't really think about it too much early on, but like the draft really has no way to punish objectives. Well, Nyx is back.
Yeah, Toronto Tokyo, by the way, he's also going for a refresher.
Yeah, he definitely needs it. Double BKB. He has the axe already, so it's going to be 10 remnants.
And he's got a shard.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll see if that's enough.
scanning for enemies.
Not like Spirit have never had a comeback like this before. Question is,
Certainly.
can they do it here when their backs are against the wall, one game away from taking a second place? And
They
Tundra
are
taking the tournament.
Yeah, they're trying to definitely get a double ravage on the Quappa Luna. It's super important. If they don't, I don't see how they win this team fight.
Collapse.
Oh, Yatro's dead.
Far away. They've got the Primal Roar. They'll get the Nightmare save, but there's the Lucent Beam. The damage coming through into Yatoro. He already used his BKB. Remnant forward, going after the Nyx Assassin with the BKB. Here is Toronto Tokyo. They get the kill on Afada, so they'll end up trading 1-for-1. No buyback available on Yatoro. Lucent Beam stops him, and he'll Remnant all the way back, but with no Razor. That means we could see Tundra take this Rosh.
Yeah. Razor is really the only source of damage right now.
And it kind of relies on the double BKB, double ult with the static link, and well, his BKB's on cooldown and his life's on cooldown.
Is under attack.
Yeah, I mean,
Got
they're
Toronto
probably gonna
Tokyo trying to make a move, but they've got the silence of the blink in.
No BKB.
Sonic Wave, refresher, double Sonic. Ooh, Toronto Tokyo taken out. He's forced to buy back. They're gonna go in on this one. BKB there gets popped again. They've got the overgrowth and the Fiend's Grip. 9 in a little bit of trouble. Can they get on top of this Bane? They've got themselves the Ravage. They get the kill on 9 who doesn't have buyback. They're gonna refresh it once more. They go after this Death Prophet. The Lotus Orb will pop back the Gush, but it's not gonna matter. They get the kill on Snake. Who's gonna buy back now? They will go for Toronto Tokyo, who's locked down with the Primal Roar. They'll take out Toronto Tokyo for 2 minutes. So the one of the two are taken out of the side of Spirit, but they do have Razor up in 15. Not looking like it's gonna matter. Miposhka dead. It's the Dive Bomber that stops him in his tracks, and they will get the kill onto this Bane. They don't have this Queen of Pain. They do have the Razor in 5. The question is, does it matter? They'll go back into the Rosh pit. They've got themselves half the health away from this Roshan. Fada spotted. Do they have this? They do have the second Ravage. Blink on cooldown. Nobody's into the pit. It's just the Golem. They've got the Luna off to the side. Lucent Beam hits on Yatoro. He has to be very careful about this one. They'll lose Collapse's Courier. They'll pick up a Daedalus onto the Luna. So the damage feels strong, especially with that shard. There's no overgrowth. Impale lands the damage on Yatoro. Woo, very quick. BKB. Now the Ravage comes through onto the Luna. The Puzzle Refresher do them. The damage to get the kill on Skitter. He goes with the force staff back, but the BKB is going to beat up with the static link. He just runs away. He's got the Lotus Orb on him, but it's not enough. He doesn't have buyback either. Primal Roar on Yatoro. Yatoro ball back. They're going to buy back here on Amir. Amir trying to survive, but he doesn't have the health to survive. They get the kill with the brain sap from Miposhka on Fada. Now the Nightmare out onto the Death Prophet. They don't have this Ember up for 45 seconds. It's the 3-4-5 that survived for Spirit, and they see that Rosh is low. Again, they just can't take it. Silence thrown over on a Miposhka. Miposhka on the run, but there's the blink as well as the Anchor Smash. They'll use that Exorcism. They've got Fada coming over. Mira in. Spike Carapace stops Mira. They go after. They've got the Fear. That's due to the shard that's onto the Jet Profit, BKB, there's the kill on Maposhka, 80 seconds without the Bane. They're going to focus their attention on Namira. Silence, another Spike Carapace. They'll get the kill on the chain. They'll look over now at this time. They've got 9 back into the fight, and another Sonic Wave, a full team wipe here for Tundra, and they will lock down Rosh.
Yeah, like this is pretty much all she wrote. Like we talked previously about it. Like if you all in the Luna, what do you have left in the tank? The answer is nothing. Razor died to the DP afterwards, and as we said, like this DP4 transitioning into a core wonderfully. Same network with the Beastmaster pretty much. It's just too strong. It's just too strong. And now this might just be the GG. Can they defend a little longer? And Collapse is going to fight him.
For 15.
Oh, it's another Exorcism. Use the Refresher shot.
They have Glyph. They're going to be forced to use it. They have Yatro up in 10. That is without the refresher, 65 seconds on cooldown. Snake King getting Spirit Siphon on a Collapse. He's got that shard. You got to remember the fear is there. The Exorcism tearing through this tier 4 tower. TPing in. They're going to bring Yatro in with the BKB. They're going to go after Snake King. They've got the Remnant forward. They also have Toronto, Tokyo. Fada's career ends up going down in the mix of all of it. They've got the Sonic Wave on the Yatro. They get the kill on this Razor. Now the Rosh comes out. And the Remnant's forward. They get the kill on the Fada. They'll look over, but the silence is out thanks to this shard on Queen of Pain. They'll take out Toronto, Tokyo. Tundra should be able to do it here with the Ancient exposed. There's nothing stopping them from taking this game, especially with the Luna in the mix. Overgrowth comes through, and GG is called. Tundra, they take out the champions, they stop the streak, and they will upset Team Spirit in a 3-1 victory and the finals of OGA. Wow.
Whew. Well, I certainly didn't expect this thing to happen at all after the first